Oh my god, it's Nuke too.
Yeah, Nuke is.
Oh my god, this is gonna be so
I
bad.
I like the when I did one with Yumi before we went to ECS, and it didn't feel bad. Like I don't even remember it. Is the thing, like, so it couldn't have been bad because I don't have any thoughts of observing being hard or bad. Can you give me the Twitch link just so I can have that, so I can look at the
Sure.
chat shit talking me the whole time?
Yeah, one
Fuck,
sec.
for some reason I can't remember what it is, but I know what it is, but I can't remember.
Uno.
Just tell me the name and I'll be able to spell it. It'll be fine.
Oh, you're welcome. All one word.
Oh yeah, there you go. And
Yeah, I'm gonna get so shit talked because people are gonna be like, "What the fuck?" Like,
yeah,
I'm like, yeah.
No, because I mean, there's general like casting like tenets, right? Where it's like you're casting the defense when they're attacking, usually like that type of shit. So it's almost like it should, I think, generally line up.
Are you gonna cast two though?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I was like,
Yeah,
I don't know what. You're
Dude,
like, I'm just gonna observe. I'm like, what?
No. It's just don't worry about it, dude. Don't worry about it.
I'm stressed,
I mean,
right?
if they're complaining about, usually it's not that hard to observe and cast. So they might just be complaining without real reason, and then they'll complain about mine too. So we'll see. All right, let me make sure my shit's actually working. The stream's up. My mute key is the same on both, so we're good. Yeah, between maps, I'll put on some copyright-free jams, and we can just chill. But
yeah, just let me know.
Yeah, there's no real way for me to either the stream has no sound, or they're gonna hear you. So it's not like it really fucking matters. It's not like hyper professional or anything. Not that we're not professional casters. Definitely not going to say anything about boxing.
Yeah, don't talk about boxing. Oh, frig. So funny. I still can't get over that.
Dude, it's a fucking joke. I don't know.
I couldn't believe I met Peter was even just like, man, wow.
Yeah,
like,
you talked to him and he was like, he didn't really think it was dismissible either. Yeah, I don't know. I was pretty fucking unhappy. I was just like upset, and I didn't like shit talk Peter or anything. Like I would never do that. But I was like, I was obviously upset when I was talking to him, and like you could tell. And like I went back and apologized after. Like, look, I know this is not on you. You were like, Peter was chill to work with. So was I can't remember the other guy's name, but they were both really chill to work with. It's like out of their hands. So I felt kind of bad. Like I don't know, dude. I feel kind of bad a little bit easily. Like I didn't say anything negative towards him. I was just like fucking pretty upset about it.
Mm-hmm. No, for sure. Like a rightfully so though.
I don't know. It wasn't that big a deal. The only problem I had is the fucking tweet they made. Dude, the tweet they made was like very damaging. But I mean, I guess it's their prerogative to say whatever the fuck they want. Like they don't owe me anything necessarily to like be as nice as possible, but the tweet they made was didn't help my fucking case, let's put it that way.
Yeah. Oh nice, we got the stream live too?
Yeah, we're good.
Oh, we're hot and loaded already?
I said we were going live. Like I did say that.
I missed it. I don't know. I guess I just missed it, to be honest. So
well, yeah. What I noticed from the fucking green room at ECS is like, oh boy, people say some shit you could never say on stream.
Oh, that's awesome.
But basically, we just fucking played ping pong, dude. We were literally just there. I played like 40 games of ping pong minimum, like 40 best of threes of ping pong.
Oh my gosh.
It was some fucking good time, dude. I got fucking dookied on like hardcore. Launders was sick. Fucking James was fucking amazing, dude. And all the fucking players were like otherworldly, dude. They were fucking. I was about to see them step 10 feet back and do that like fucking just the professional ping pong shit. I don't know, man.
Oh my god.
They were so fucking good.
That's so sick.
Dude, they would just walk in, start playing ping pong, and everyone would be like, whoa, dude, these guys are fucking amazing. Apparently they had a ping pong tournament last year.
Oh, dang.
Flusha won it. And the thing is, dude, the fucking Astralis players were fucking nutty. Like, Flusha must have been fucking unreal.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, man. That's such a cool experience. Was it any different than what you thought, or was it like
Well, it was at the beginning of the season I didn't know what to expect. And I would have hoped it would be a little bit different, but once I knew what was going to happen, like what happened last time, it was better than expected, cuz last time Cody didn't cast anything for the London ECS. So, we got to cast both show matches. So the college one, which had one of the teams from the incident, and the like caster pro player one. It was a good time. But I mean, we were basically just chilling in the it's a little bit awkward. It's a little bit awkward because like show matches are not serious casting, and if you cast it seriously, everyone's just going to be bored. And that's how you got there, was by casting seriously, and then you show up and it's like, yes, have fun with it. And it's like, well, these two things don't necessarily line up. It was good for networking. But obviously, like, the talent stays with the talent, and the production usually stays with the production, and then you're over here like, we are neither.
You are nothing.
Yeah, it's a bit awkward, but it's what it is.
It is what it is, man.
All right. So hopefully we can get this one going effectively. All right.
It's looking like we're going live.
Yeah. Yoko
Officially
with
live.
the dualies. The dualies. Oh boy.
Coming in hot. That's a statement right there.
I love the dualies. I think they're actually so good. They're so good. Okay, they're not overpowered. They're amazing. But in any case, TGS's leak is going to fall off, break his legs on the fall. TGS just going quickly over to lower, and Peruvian, they didn't even have anybody spot this out. I think they may have heard it, but nobody's here reacting.
Oh, they're just completely staying still. They're not even going to go for it. And like TGS, they're just going to have the full sight control and lower. PWS are going to finally make the rotate. Bomb going to go down.
5 players through ramp.
That's just wild. You don't even hear that anymore. Like, nobody just does that.
As they make their way in, they actually do land the first shot, and that gives them some space to work with. Emmons needs to find at least one, and he doesn't. They're getting picked apart now. And Franzy, the only one in the bomb site, he will go big. There's the double. There's the triple. Franzy holds it down and closes it out. TGS. 1-zip.
1-zip. That was huge. Like him just playing in the back of the bomb train or the bomb silo just like that. He played that perfectly, and then Leak was able to get the side kills as well.
I thought
really,
they were
really
done.
Influential.
I thought they were done. Like I thought Emmons goes down. I believe MXJ fell as well, and then it's 3v5, and that's exactly, you know, you see the Heaven play where they go 5 out Heaven, and it's just as soon as they get the first kill, right, it feels like that's the opening they need to get the space and get the kills, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Do you see the pause coming in?
Oh boy, look at this buy. We got multiple shotguns.
Oh boys, don't go inside. Don't go in the inner bomb site.
I feel like shotguns are kind of underrated. Like
yeah,
I feel like they're really usable.
No, they are, and honestly, it just really just depends on the positioning that you play, right? That's all it comes down to. But I mean, it's kind of obvious. You just got to play the right angles and playing up close. Do you see the Nova in the hands? Comic. Then the Mag 7 in the hands of Yoko. Damage going to be exchanged onto Maz and TGS. They're going to go full aggression. Emans, he's going to pushing his way through Connector. He gets taken down by Comet. That shotgun already being put to... They able to reply. 4-on-4 situation now.
Yeah, a little bit aggressive there with the MAC-10, but as soon as they see that a shotgun is on the board, they play it a little bit further back, and luckily for them, they have 4 rifles to work with, so they can play from range here to a certain extent, and MDS, he's trapped in here. There's no way he doesn't go down. He will, and that's the man advantage for TGS, and with the man advantage, now is when the shotguns get a little bit iffy, because they're not going to manage the super close range engagements, at least not with certainty.
MXJ, he's going to be creeping his way onto the heaven, boosting himself up all the way on the top now. Going to be going for the flag, spots Maz, goes for the one shot, easy kill. Pushing in now. Comic does pick up another. Going to get taken out, and it's all going to be down. But it's too little, too late as TGS. They pick up that second round. It's looking good.
I mean, they had about 100 health between the 3 players there, so that got a little bit iffy. That got a little bit iffy for a second. The shotguns almost made work happen, but TGS kind of luckily had the 4 rifles there. I think if they have MAC-10s in that situation, maybe things work a bit differently. But instead, they go up 2-zip, and this is the freebie round, or this should be freebie round, right? The buy-up is almost non-existent here for Peruvian wide swing.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you in Emans, but he's getting close up, and he's going to play this on the red box. He can get smoked out. You can already hear the pistols flying through PWS right now. He's going to push through the smoke. He's able to pick up one, picks up another. Going to look for the third. He picks it up. He's going for 4, but he gets taken down. That's actually a double kill. Now it's a 2-on-1 situation. Bomb will be making its way into the lower site.
He's got an AK that he can pick up, though, so this is far from unwinnable. And honestly, if it was a Krieg, I'm saying save immediately, right? With an AK, he will save. Thought he might go for it, but with 40 health, no kit, and he's got a molly as well. No reason not to save it. It's really the smart play, you'd have to think, but it's not the play that people usually make, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely agree. And I think, I mean, you probably know better than I do, but I mean, ever since we've seen the money change on the Krieg, I think it's been a bit more balanced. I think I saw some kind of a graph that showed that it was almost even on purchasing an AK or the Krieg, which actually is kind of nice because that's all we ever saw at one point.
Yeah, the problem I have with it is that it feels very oppressive. Like if you get ahead and you get money in the bank, then you're going to buy up all Kriegs, and then you see the same issue. It's just the actual buy rates are going to remain the same. I think it's still a problem, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely agree. We do see the full guns coming now on the boards. MDS, he's going to be able to pick up that op. And full M4s across the board. Big gun round. Let's see the boost for MDS. He's actually going to get boosted up, so he's going to try to go for the early pick. Ooh. TGS, Emans, he gets slaughtered. PWS, they're taking full aggression outside, getting some real estate, and TGS, they're going to get pushed back a little bit more now.
There's a beauty of a shot there from MDS, too. He barely saw his head, took it clean off. And TGS, they're kind of just gifted ramp control here. That's interesting. You don't usually see that, as who cares if they're gifted ramp control? Apparently, upper is going to be held effectively. There's a double lower play from PWS. This is something I haven't seen since Source.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting, and I wonder if they're going to just completely fall into this trap. TGS, they're going to be making their way down. MDS, he's still putting that AWP to work. Taking off Leak, and only 2 members left. Going to be a 2-on-4 now. Jerk going to be playing the post. He does pick up this kill onto MDS, so now things are starting to even out quite closely as PWS still has the 1-man advantage, but it is going to be Maz, and he's down to 2 HP, sorry. TGS, they just got the ramp control. They got plenty of time to work with.
They have so much time to work with here. I would love to see them walk around Mini. That's the play you never expect as a CT. And if you look at this, look at Yoko staring into heaven here. He is blocked off by Tetris, but if they were to walk in Mini, they certainly would have the chance to take him down in the back, as he's entirely expecting the heaven play. But instead, they walk up directly into heaven, and Yoko, he does have inferior weaponry here, but he still has the position advantage.
Oh, this positioning is insane. I think he just missed it. I don't know if he spotted it yet.
Oh, he's got it, though.
Got the easy kill. And that's going to be it. PWS, they pick up that first round with only a few seconds to spare. That
was hectic there for a minute, because Yoko did realize that Mini was a potential issue, turned around, and that was the timing they walked out of heaven. So TGS almost lucked their way into the round there, but Yoko still took down the bomb planter, and that was lights out for the round.
And we see the full guns come on the board for TGS. Have the AKs and the Galil in hand. MXJ, he's going to be taking some serious damage. He's already pushed up onto the red box. Nade's going to be coming through. PWS using some good utilities, slow things down from the aggression from TGS. Maz going to be playing his way on top of the rafter, and also TGS going to be walking through the smoke now, going to be going towards Secret. Leak will fall. Plenty of time left to work on the clock. TGS, they actually have the bomb going to be lurking, which is all the way into ramp room, and that's just Jerk on his own.
This is super awkward, and Jerk, as he goes down, that should signal the end of the round. I mean, TGS, they tried the outer play, they tried to make it happen, and they just got chipped so hard on outer. Emmons on 10 health, MXJ was on 40 before getting unceremoniously finished off by Yoko there, and they just got picked apart. And then the ramp play comes through. They had two players there, but they get picked apart as well by the single hold in ramp, really. They both go down, and that pretty much at that point, regardless of that death from MXJ, even if he had found the kill on Yoko, there's no way they're actually going to get the bomb in that situation. And this is another round for Peruvian Wide Swing, picked up fairly cleanly. I almost said that, but now thinking about it, it looked like the first gun round was going to be clean, but it actually ended a little bit less clean. This one, 5 alive by the end of it.
Yeah, and I'm not, to be honest, I'm not really sure about the strategy. I wasn't too sure what the point of having the bomb all by itself in the ramp was. Like, I feel like in that kind of a situation, you should at least have one other teammate that is able to get the trade kill and pick up the bomb too. And like him falling, like it was just easy for PWS to just get full control, and then TGS just completely collapsed one by one, just like you said.
Yeah, they went for the outer play. The outer play, of course, great in drawing rotates. This map, such tough rotations, and even if you find one kill on that T side, you really blow open the hold of the CTs, because there's just too many angles for you to actually effectively hold every single one of them. So if they could have found an entry, you could always find an opening there, and I think that's what we almost kind of saw in the first gun round, where they went from, I believe it was a 2v5 to a 2v2 at some point for moments. But regardless, they didn't find it that time. They just got picked apart, and into this one with only pistols, you're expecting just about the same.
Mav's going to be the one that's playing the inner sight. He has been a bit of the anchor for PWS. Leak and Co. going to be playing in the back of Squeaky. Comic's going to be picking up one. Leak taking some serious damage through the Squeaky. Yoko able to pick up another. A lot of damage being exchanged here from PWS to TGS, but now it's just going to be down to Leak. Deagle in hand, 1v4, bomb down. They're going to go for the wide swing, and Maz, he's able to take him out and get that even score 3-3.
I think at that point, you're really just kind of thinking, can I get a couple kills here? Because you can see the economy now of Peruvian Wide Swing is looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good, and it's going to be fairly tough for TGS to work their way back into it against that level of economy. They will manage to buy up multiple times, even off of round losses, and TGS will have to really find something that works for them here. They've tried the outer play a couple of times now, not found true success, and we'll see if they can find something different, as they do have the forward spawns here, I believe.
Yeah, it looks like they do, and this is a good position, like especially for Emons. He is going to be the first one that is up in the front, and a definitely dangerous guy to be in the front, as he's been a heavy fragger for them so far in these playoffs. And I'm wondering if the pep talk from Mahone was enough, as these guys could get fired up, try to bring this next lead in. But it looks like it's going to be a full inside rush, and Emons, he's going to fall down, and Yoko, he's able to pick up a double kill. Comic being able to pick up the third, and now it's just going to be MXJ and Frenzy able to take things out here, as MXJ does pick up a double kill, but now it's all down to MXJ to fully deliver the ace clutch with still a minute and 25 left.
Yeah, that upper play had some promise, but Yoko was there on the other side. You mentioned Maz as the upper anchor. Well, Yoko this time delivers, and MXJ, similar to the previous round, I'm thinking in this spot, he would be happy to find a couple kills, but what he doesn't realize right now, I'm not sure they even know the bomb is down. The way they're playing, they seem to think the bomb may be up, and they're playing so scared. If he had just picked up the bomb and walked into lower, he would have had a free bomb plant. Instead, he gets himself dinked down to 10 HP, and even if he manages a bomb plant, you feel like this one is not going to go his way.
Yeah, this is a tough situation here. So he's just going to try to go for this full plant, and he actually gets away with it. PWS, they don't put any aggression. It's a good money situation for TGS. MXJ going to be playing inside the hut, waiting patiently as he's going to be playing the off angle just to spot the one up into heaven. But he gets taken out. He does enough damage. It's not quite enough, as he was only able to get about 52 damage. He gets taken out, and PWS, they get that full lead now. I'm going to get the picking up the Krieg and the AKs across the board for them as well.
Yeah, 4-3 in the advantage for them now as TGS. Things get scary at about this point. You've lost 3 gun rounds now, and you haven't found a single thing that even kind of works. The upper rush had promise, but Yoko was in position, just shut it down. The outer play got picked apart, and the following round, they lost it without a single kill. And at this point, you know, the scoreline doesn't say it, but really it should be saying that this is not looking too great for the remainder of the half if TGS can't find something. And Comic obviously showing them a headshot, so that's not really what they wanted to find, but still they will find themselves into lower control, or at least contested control, as Siphon close on the angle to try to prevent it.
Oh, I love this position. I can see on the mini-map that Frenzy is actually going to be playing in the lobby. He actually is going to try to go for the full flank against his teammates, but PWS, they have the site on lock as well. Eamon's able to pick up the Deagle kill, pushing them back just a little bit more. MDS. Or is it upper now? No, now they're going upper.
And
you're absolutely right.
Peruvian is stacked in lower. This is perfect.
They completely sold it. And I believe it was the one member in TGS was just lurking, and he knew that they were fully rotating, so they completely went all the way around to get the bomb. And now Peruvian, they're going to be on a bit of a test here. It's a 3-on-4 situation. Still have the rifles, which is the advantage. Nade's going to be coming in. Maz and his teammates all going to be playing through the heavens, so they're going to completely work this together.
But it's just a matter of timing. Is the flank? No, the flank doesn't work out. I thought it was going to be perfect. There's a re-flank, but on the bomb now is MDS, and that's the round over and done with as Maz cleans up the frags. But that is awkward the way that round played out. I think that's the only way you can describe that. That is incredibly awkward.
Yeah, it's really awkward, and also just kind of like the positioning too. I think that was Leak, and I'm not sure if it was MXJ, but they were playing towards Squeaky, and they just completely got decimated. As I believe it was Comet was able to pick up that double kill. I could be wrong, but dropping down from the top of the hut and then just getting the double kill so fast, no trades whatsoever. TGS, they're going to be pulling full aggression. MXJ, he actually makes his way into the Squeaky, so he does have that control. So it's going to be good, a little bit of good map control from TGS. They can work a little bit more now. MXJ going to be the nuisance for PWS.
Yeah, MXJ getting in events. They're trying everything to see what they can finally make work. And you can see Siphon totally paranoid about lower. As the ramp play comes in, he has to rotate over to lower. And for all he knows, MXJ could be anywhere. So he's in such an awkward spot. Means he will go down, and that's lower in firm control of TGS, at least for the time being. As Maz, the first rotator, if he goes down, this should be it. And he does. 5v2 now. TGS, they find something that works, and it works perfectly.
Yeah, Yoko and also Comet. They are just going to be playing back, so they are just going to go for the save. TGS, just like he said, they finally found the answer that they needed. Getting that bomb down into the lower site. Really good control, and all 5 members are alive. 2 that are going to be quite injured with 34 and 14, but Peruvian isn't going to contest this. And TGS, they pick up that 4th round, only 1 away from tying it up.
Yeah, the question is, how replicatable is that? You know, can they really get MXJ in events consistently? I know a lot of teams do try and run T-sides off of that. However, you have to be comfortable with the potential of MXJ just dying early and the round kind of being done from there. But regardless, what they do find with that round win is some breathing room. They've got some breathing room because look how much money they have. They barely used anything in the previous round. So they've got more than enough to go for a buy. So they do have time and ability to work things out here.
Absolutely. The nades look like they're going to be coming through hot for TGS. Still putting the pressure outside. Going to comment. He's going to be the one that's playing in connector. Does spot a bit of a smoke gap, but It's going to be Leak that's going to be leading the force outside. Eamon's right behind him. Double boost going to be coming through for Leak. It's a good position, but he actually gets taken out from MDS as he was opping through Secret. 4-on-4 situation now. Plenty of time to work with. MDS picking up another. He just was playing the off angle. Caught Eamons completely off guard. Putting the op to work. Shutting it down. TGS looks like they are going to be looking towards going ramp, but they might just see if MXJ can pick up some kind of information or a kill.
Yeah, they were trying to do just about the same thing they did last time. Draw that rotate lower or the partial rotate and work from there. Instead, they got picked apart, and instead, as they make their way ramp, Siphon shuts it down. There's the double, but Jerk, okay. That is a double if I've ever seen one. And that turns it into the 1v2 from a 1v4. And this is certainly winnable.
Definitely winnable as MDS. He's actually going to be playing in the lower site. Yoko going to be playing in the back of lobby. So it's really up to Jerk, and it's his playground now. He is going to be making the decision to go up towards heaven. He still has 20 seconds left where he has plenty of time to make a decision. Should be able to get this bomb plant. Throws the Molotov into the hut. Going to drop down, go for the plant in the back of the site. Cover himself. So they should be aware now. Peruvian should have full awareness of where he is. Now, Jerk, he's going to get taken out as he was going into lobby. But Yoko, they're going to be able to continue this lead 6-4.
Jerk, if he had thought for a second about the potential of someone being in lobby, may have played it slightly differently there. However, at the end of the day, ends up walking his back turn to the squeaky play. Yoko finds the kill and the round, and they do bring the lead up to 2. And that was TGS, I mean, salvaging the best of a pretty bad situation there. I mean, losing both outer players, only finding 1 kill in the process. And Peruvian, they knew that that outer play was shut down. So you saw in the previous round how Siphon had been paranoid on lower ramp. This time he was confident on ramp behind the boxes, and that confidence nets him a double kill and the round as well.
Full rifles on the board, not even an AK in the hands of TGS. They're going to go for some aggression. Frenzy is just missing that AWP shot as he is going to be locking it down onto ramp, trying to get some information. Eamons, he's going to be playing towards red box. The Krieg in hand. MDS, he's going to be able to take his team in MXJ, but Eamons is trying to get as quick shot as he is able to escape into the secret stairway now. Good position for them. Maz able to pick up another 5-on-3 situation now. Peruvian, they're looking strong. TGS falling apart one by one. MDS just must have spotted Jerk, and he gets taken out. That was a huge shot from MDS, and now it's down to 2.
TGS are just letting this be MDS's playground. Every time they go outer, there's a gap. And although you can respect the gap, you know, this is a pretty common strategy. It's been countered. Teams now, they can molly. They throw their own molly towards red that blocks off the back of red, and then they have their smoke put out that molly so that it ensures there's no gap ever. And instead, TGS is doing it the classic way. They're throwing the smokes that will be blocked off by that molly. And every time Peruvian, they're blocking off that smoke, it's got a massive gap in it, like the size of a crater. And they just go for the peak. They go for the straight peak there, and I don't know. That's it's not going to work against an opper of MDS's caliber.
Absolutely. And honestly, MDS, he spotted it and he just completely went for it. It was a really good shot. I can't believe Jerk, he was just posted up. Just like you said, there was a big gap, like the size of a crater. But look at this, Frenzy. He's able to pick up 3. Oh. Somehow he runs inside and he gets the triple. And then he's finally going to still continue into the site as Eamons picks up Yoko. And now all of a sudden it's down to 1 member.
He's on the gear, boys. He's on the gear, dude. He's on the gear. He's on the gear. I thought that they had gone for a quick outer split, because I thought that someone jumped down from top mini and killed the mini player. No, Frenzy found a double headshot and then topped it all off, taking down the top hut player. And that's an opening the size of a crater. Okay, that is the entire A bomb site blown wide open. And that's the round TGS. They desperately needed that one. I was thinking this half could end up being 11-4 even, the way the gun rounds had gone. Instead, they pick up the round win, and again, Peruvian will be on the brink of economic collapse here. But again, they answer back with a frag. This time, Maz is in position to take down the vent drop from MXJ. So this time, TGS, again, you can see Siphon a little bit less scared of the lower play. And if they do make their way over to ramp, they're going to have a tougher time than they did the last time MXJ successfully dropped down vents.
Gonna be Leak, Frenzy. They're gonna be pushing their way through lobby. Bomb gonna be with them. Bomb in the hands of Jerk, which I believe he's the IGL for this team. Looks like they are switching their positions as Frenzy is gonna get that op close into the hut. He's gonna get smoked off though. Oh, he does spot one into the site. Waits for it, and he actually picks up Yoko. And then his teammate Jerk able to pick up another and Leak. They just completely pinched the site. And now it's gonna be down to 2 members, MDS and his teammate. They're going to be pushing through secret, but this is actually going to be posted up. Frenzy, he's just completely spotting them into the connector. This could be a really good position for them if they try to go for this.
I mean, at this point, they should just be saving 4v2. But TGS knows exactly where they are. Where else are you going to be saving in this situation? You're saving it right here. Question is if they want to hunt, and in fact they do. Not certain that that is the play, as they're going to get picked apart. Siphon already found 2, and now Emmons beginning to question if this was the play, but actually, they may well take down both, and if it's 2 for 2, that is more than worth it in this situation, but instead, MDS will survive, and that will be an op into the next round, and this isn't Dust 2 or Train, but still, you can get things done with an aggressive opper on CT Nuke. You can definitely catch some people off guard with some sort of ramp or hut play, but it's on to TGS. You have to think if they do something quickly together, it's so tough to get much done with that op.
Yeah, I feel, I definitely agree. I really don't think like an op in this map is as influential as like Dust 2 or, maybe Inferno or something like that. It can be useful, but it's just not quite the same because so many of the fights can be close quarters. Really the biggest distance that you have is, outside and maybe even a ramp room if you want to call it that. When you're in the ramp room with an op, it can be a bit of a pinch because you can get pushed, and there's so many things now that you can just block the opper. But yeah, we'll have to see what they're going to do with it.
They actually do have a reasonable buy here. I thought this buy was going to be a whole lot worse than it is. I mean, MDS will have the op, Maz with the D, not exactly perfect, but they do have 2 M4s and the MP9, which I colloquially call the OP9. Really, because it's actually just totally busted. But regardless, it won't be in position to get much done as it is smoked off. And the outer play this time, upper rather, works out perfectly for TGS. 3 entries, only lose 1 in the process. In comic, he never found a timing to come through the smoke. Means Peruvian, they lose the upper bomb site and they're a man down. But still, the HP on TGS, it's so low right now. This is very winnable. Oh, not any longer.
Yeah, I honestly love this aggression that we're seeing from TGS. I think this is exactly what they needed. They needed to switch the gear, like you said a little while ago. And now I think we're starting to see the answer from TGS. They're starting to figure out that, Peruvians having a really hard time with the full rushes. And I really like the execute they did. It was just basic, it was clean, and they were able to just completely get that inside bomb site quite convincingly. And now it's just going to be down to 1 member left. And Jerk, he's actually on the hunt, but he gets taken out. Now TGS is going to be fully aware as they might try to look for it if they can. The matter is if he's actually going to connect it, but I don't think they will. MXJ, oh my god, he's actually going to go through this. Oh, and the whip, and he just gets it at the end. That's huge, especially for the money loss on the side of her PWS.
I wouldn't be surprised if TGS expected a save there from Peruvian Wide Swing. We were mentioning the op can't get much done if you just go together and execute out. That's exactly what they did. They ran into some rifles. Well, rifles not up for the task that time around. And now is Peruvian Wide Swing on the very light buy. They've got 2 auto shotties. And now is when it should feel comfortable for TGS. But Frenzy, like a shark in the water, MDS is right next to him here, and he knows what's up. This could go very poorly for TGS, as he's their only lobby presence. Well, actually, Leak is there as well. I thought he was on top. Sometimes this map, it's ridiculous.
I know, and this is, we always get the memes and the trolls about, spectating and stuff, but this is probably the hardest maps ever to do it. But it doesn't really matter as TGS is just cleaning the house, and there's only 2 members left now. And that auto shotgun coming in hot as Yoko. He's able to pick up a double. He gets finally shut down.
He doesn't make it winnable, though. Siphon with the FAMAS. They're both lit, and that Deeg... probably should have had his FAMAS out there.
Yeah, definitely should have, but very close. Really good half, and we definitely saw TGS. They made the climb back as they were down for quite some time. Peruvian, they had a good control for majority of the first half, but then slowly started to slip as TGS. They were able to put that aggression to work.
I was really worried for TGS for a minute because it can be deceptive when you win pistol round, the follow-up double anti-ecos, and then you end up down 4-3. What you've really done is you've lost 3 gun rounds. That's what we saw, 3 in a row from TGS, where they didn't even have a semblance of an idea what could work. But they found it out. MXJ dropping vents gave them an opening into the half, and they pounced when they had the chance, brought it back to 8-7, and into second half, they have the clear advantage here, and it's on to Peruvian to make things happen.
And MXJ could be getting tested as it is. Peruvian, they're going to fully rush this, but he gets taken out. Peruvian going to get full ramp control now. Leak's going to be making his way through the back of the hallways. He will be the one man to hopefully stop something. The Leak, he's going to find one. He connects it, but gets taken out. Yoko. Now TGS, they're falling apart one by one, and now it's only down to Jerk and Emans. They have the USPs in hand, no utility. They do have one smoke. It is going to be Jerk. He does pick up that kill onto Yoko, so making it a 2-on-2 situation. Will he expect Siphon to be right beside him in this window? Jerk, he's actually going to try to go for the spam through the smoke. And he's sticking it. He got it. Oh my gosh. The knife kill, though. Maz takes him out, but TGS able to pick up the round. Much needed.
I love that play from Emmons there. I believe it was Emmons. When your kit smoke player dies, it's almost like a bonus because you pick it up with the player that has armor, and you've got armor, kit, smoke. You drop the smoke on the bomb. Unless they try to knife you, they're pretty much never killing you in that smoke. And of course, you're not trying to knife someone in that situation. He gets the full defuse, doesn't even get shot at, and TGS get the round, and they get the lead behind them as well, and they get 4 MP9s.
The MP9s, this could be big for them because Emans actually is playing close into the connector with his teammate right behind him. But Peruvian, they're just playing outside. They're not fully invested into this, but they are quite close, so they're going to go for it. It's going to be Emans. He gets tagged down. 53. Nade's going to be coming through now from TGS's side. There's a full investment from Peruvian. Got the Deagles. And now Emans, he's trying to go for the aggression as the Paw Flash tried to go in, but it didn't work for him. The Leak, he'll be the other member in connector. I don't know if they will expect it. Smokes come through, and this is how Peruvian can cross now.
That was one of those ones like top banana when they're going for the pyramid play towards grill. And you flash out, and they're just sitting there. They're just right on the other side, and you're like, oh, yeah, I'm dead. That's exactly what happened to Emmons there. And still, TGS, they have a pretty good chance as Peruvian. They don't have armor on the majority of their players, and if they can pick the right angles, they should manage to pick up the frags, and that's exactly what we'll see. Even a very solid split there from Peruvian, to be honest, coming from Heaven and from Mini at the same time. Okay, and some nice shots from MDS too. But that one does go the way of TGS. Just gets a little scary at the end. But Franzy actually on top of Hut, that could have gone a whole lot worse for him there.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And MDS, he's able to get a bit of damage down, making TGS have to repurchase some weapons. The money is looking a little grim as they had to fully invest into quite a few rifles. Only see 2 MP9s in the hands of MXJ and also Emans. What we got now, the AKs and the Kriegs, they're coming in hot for Peruvian. They're going to go outside, and they're going to try to contest here with Emans and also Leak. This could be a good duo. Emans going to be playing on the off angle of the outside box up close. Nades will be coming in through Peruvian here shortly. Leak going to be playing on the top of the back of the red box, getting ready to be the first point of contact.
The Krieg Mazing doesn't have the same ring to it as the OP9, but still, it's a ridiculously strong gun, but this time doesn't come out on top. The MP9 comes home, takes it away, and down go Peruvian wide swing. I was talking about the MP9, you know, I think it might be the OP9. I think it might be a little bit overpowered, you know. I feel like I have to convince people that it's overpowered. The gun is ridiculous, dude. It's ridiculous. The gun is so clearly overpowered.
Yeah, it really is. Like, especially in those up close battles, like it can just you just saw it there. Like Eamons, he was able to pick up an easy 3K. It just made it look so easy, and he was just running around, and it was completely his area. But yeah, I wonder what they're gonna do now. As Peruvian, they are in the save, gonna have all of the economy looking around the mid 2000s. So not looking like a good round for them to fully invest into. But they do have a couple smokes with the Deagles in hand. We do see the M4s.
The one thing they have going for them is they've taken down quite a few kills on TGS in round losses. So TGS, they still don't have much money. The only one with much money in the bank, well, MXJ. But Emmons, because of the MP9 play, getting $600 a kill last round, gives them a bit extra in the bank. And if Peruvian, they can do what they've done all half long, they can find 2, 3, maybe even 4 kills, they can still put TGS in a spot where they're saving off of 1 round loss. So although they're only on pistols here, the chance is there to continue this half successfully, but the Bizone is on point. And how many times have you ever heard someone say that? 0.
I was just thinking that too. But that's a huge amount of money for them on the TGS side. Picking up that 3K, that's exactly, just more that they need, especially when they're starting to win these rounds in a row. But it is down to MDS. He has the Krieg in hand, but he's going to get taken out. MXJ just waiting for him like a troll in the bottom of a bridge, and he's just waiting patiently. He gets that 12th round. And TGS, they're only 4 away from taking map number 1.
Well, that one is the round that TGS needed. Just as I mentioned, their economy is not doing too great. The man that finds the majority of the kills has the PP Bizone in his hands, which means although their money is still not perfect, they do have a decent stack on 3 of their players, means they're not in such a tight spot. And into this one, Peruvian wide swing are in the tight spot, and MXJ a little bit aggressive there, buddy.
A little aggressive. But Jerk, he's going to be the one that plays on ramp. Peruvian, they're just posted up in lobby. Smoke going to be coming through Jerk. He's about to see Yoko, and I don't think he sees it in time. And Yoko actually had the better hand of it. And Leak, he actually does spot MDS. Now he's going to be having a duel as he takes out Yoko. Now it looks like Peruvian, they are going to fully go towards the inner bomb site. And now MDS is going to be lurking his way through outside as well, leaving the last 2 members of TGS playing in lobby and ramp.
It's actually a big play if they can hold on to these guns. I mentioned before they had 3 players with enough to buy up next round off of a round loss. Well, they've got 2 players surviving right now, which means they'll have plenty of cash in the bank to go for the buy into the following round as long as these 2 survive. And TGS, they will have the lead cut to 4. However, still another buy in the books. And Peruvian wide swing, they can't feel too comfortable quite yet. They have no breathing room quite yet. They still need 1 more round to take down before they can likely face an anti-eco and bring it to double digits, and that's where things get close.
Absolutely. I don't know if you're taking a look at the chat, but definitely seeing a lot of 1.6.
They're questioning the MP9 play.
Yeah.
Listen. Okay, the MP9, I don't think it's been buffed, but when everything around it is nerfed, all of a sudden it is the best gun. And really, there's never a situation where you want to buy any SMG on CT side other than an MP9. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Fair assessment, but Peruvian, they're actually going to go for the inside push here, and that's going to be Leak and also his teammates. Leak picking up a double or triple kill, but Siphon able to reply back, and he's picking up the double in such a fast aggression, and now it's down to 2-on-2 situation. Eamon's going to have his op into connector. MXJ going to be playing into heaven. Peruvian, they're going to be inside the site now, waiting patiently. Lots of time left. Not going to go for the bomb as it is down. MXJ posting himself up. Got the paw flash ready. Wait, I think he's waiting to do the paw flash for Eamons to peek this smoke, and MDS walks right in front of him through the X-ray. Smoke still going through, not dissipated quite yet. Peruvian, they still have the inside control. MDS is about to go into the lower vent now. I think that is the strategy from Peruvian. They are going to go towards lower, get that bomb down. Eamons and also MXJ start to realize, and they're going to make their rotate.
Surprised they didn't get an idea of that play a little bit quicker, as they didn't really know the bomb was down. But instead, they take a little while, and that means lower bomb site in control. The man advantage now in their control as well, and MXJ walking into a bomb site with someone staring right at him. It's not the best situation to be in, which means Peruvian Wide Swing pick up their 9th round now. And what has been back and forth for the majority of the game looks fairly similar here heading into the first half as it did in the second, where TGS, they're managing a bit of a lead, and Peruvian Wide Swing, as soon as the guns get in their hands, they start to wrestle it right back away.
Do you see the deagles in the hands of TGS? They have a bit of aggression from outside now. Frenzy's going to be playing up close with the USP, hiding in the smoke, and Emens, he's trying to get a spam. Doing a little bit of damage onto Yoko, but that is going to be the bomb now, going to be crossing its way into Secret. TGS just holding their spots. Frenzy able to pick up the 1, and then not able to get the 2nd as he gets traded immediately. It's a good start from TGS on the save round, and Leak, he's able to pick up 2! Huge deagle kills into the ramp. Oh my gosh. TGS with the pistols, they're so strong right now. And it's 2 members left of Peruvian, and they're going to be down. And Leak able to pick up the other. This is just a round for Leak, and he picks up a 4K. Oh my god.
That is disgusting. That is disgusting.
Absolutely disgusting.
Wow. All right. I mean, Peruvian, they had the right idea there. They went 3 outer. You know, against pistols, maybe you go 5 together, but a split like that works out the vast majority of the time. They even played it smart. They knew someone may be hiding in those smokes at outer, right? So they held it. They waited for Frenzy in the smoke, and somehow Frenzy still found a kill while they were waiting for him. All he had was a USP. I think the guy he killed might not have had actually head armor. Either that or he hit the most ridiculous double dink of the century. But off of that, they only had 4 players remaining, and Leak... oh boy, he found the double and then a scoped gun on CT side. You never hate it. And now they have 4 Kriegs. They have 4 Kriegs.
Unreal. 4 Kriegs. Like, wow, what is this? Counter-Strike, like, / COD? I don't even know anymore.
And this is the game-changing round here. I mean, Peruvian lose this game's just about over.
Yeah, you know, and honestly, like, talking about momentum as well, like, that's so demoralizing from Peruvian, like, where they knew that TGS was saving. Like, nothing more tilting, right? So now they're already down a man as they're in the full gun round. TGS, they're feeling good, feeling a little hot. They're on the train. But like you said, it's going to be up to this round that can really be a game changer for both these teams. Peruvian lose this. This is going to be a big climb for them to pull through.
Oh.
Oh, Jerk, able to pick up the 3, cleaning it up, and it's all down to MDS. The man, the lurker in the lobby. He's going to be making his way. He does have some utility to work with. He's got a bit of time, but the bomb is in his hands. It's one positive out of this situation. But he is about to run into the stack, but Jerk, he's able to pick up the 4, and that's 2 rounds in a row now where we've had 2 members of TGS completely pick it up and just put it into their own hands.
It seems like TGS is the story of the players. As you know, several rounds now we saw in first half Frenzy out Squeaky when their backs were against the wall. Really, they had lost 3 or 4 gun rounds in a row. He ran his way out Squeaky, found 3 ridiculous kills, opened up the bomb site, gave them a round win. Leak, when they lost a couple gun rounds in a row, he did the same thing there, just 1 round to go. Jerk does the same here as well. And TGS now up by 5, and Peruvian Wide Swing on a low buy. And this is not looking too hot for them.
No, this is looking quite grim. See the 1 MAC-10 in the hands of Yoko. So I'm not sure if they have a complete strategy that they want to use him for in this round. See, he's going to be one of the members in the back of the squad. TGS still have 4 Kriegs and an AUG, which is just disgusting. But they are going to see now, it's going to be a bit of a ramp push. So this will be a test potentially here for MXJ, but he might be in an opposition. He does tag 1, so he is going to fall off now. Nade's going to be coming through, throws the smoke. Isolate the 1 spot of the ramp. Peruvian now have full control of ramp room. Jerk going to be playing below heaven. Gonna be spotting in case they try to go for a bit of a wrap. Peruvian not making the commitment yet. Jiggle Beak's coming through. Information now is gained from both teams. Oh, that's just, oh, that hurt.
That hurt to watch.
I think my head hurt watching that.
And we just saw it from the POV of Jerk as he went down. That's a big opening. I mentioned in the first half, that even one player going down when you're on CT side nuke, look how many openings there are for Peruvian wide swing now. Look how awkward the defense of TGS is, and they'll need someone to go massive again. Leak, he's done it before, and Peruvian, they are posturing themselves up towards upper here, and he's really alone on the defense. And unfortunately, alone, he'll fall as well. And upper is in control. But still, only one-man advantage for Peruvian wide swing here.
Humans will be the one member that is close connector. Tries to throw a nade into the site to cause a bit of commotion. Peruvian do get the bomb down. TGS going to be going for the double heaven play now. And Maz, he might be the man that's going to be playing post up here. He picks up one, just getting frenzy, but he gets traded. He actually gets the double just before he falls. But Emans, he's coming up big as he picks up a 3. And now it's all down to the one-on-one. And so it's the ace clutch here for him. Siphon going to be right below him as well beside the site. And it's all down to this. Emans, he knows he's there, but now they're just playing rig around the rosy. And Emans tags him more, but he gets taken out in PWS. They pick up the 10.
I don't think Emans realized he only had one bullet left. He had 2 bullets left there. I think if he realized it, he pulls out his pistol and he might actually win that. But I'm not 100% sure if he had more than one extra bullet at the end there, he would have found the kill, but still he would have at least had a chance. Instead, the chance for TGS to close it out, bring it to match point, is taken out of their hands, and Peruvian, they make it to double digits, and although TGS has looked pretty hot, you know, when you're only up 14-10, things can turn on a dime, and this round may well be that dime, as TGS very low on the econ. They lose this one, and things are going to get very hectic.
Absolutely. And Peruvian, they're just playing very passive now. Like, they really aren't trying to contest anything yet. I think they were waiting to see if there was any aggression coming in from TGS. Now they are going to be making their way slowly. And that's going to be the first kill now. They get the man advantage. They get also, there's going to be Siphon picking up a double kill. TGS, they fall down 2 right away, and still lots of time left on that clock. Now the defense, just like you said, it's going to get scattered, and it's going to look quite awkward here. So it's going to be really the best. Where is the best position to play these players, as they only have 3 left?
There's always still a chance. As Peruvian, if they were to make their way to lower, Jerk would be there. Instead, they make their way towards Mini, and MXJ, he's got a clever spot here, but he would need to find 2 or 3 to make this one work. And as the first one does spot him out, MDS, he's not going to miss that. And that one is the round. Down goes TGS, up goes Peruvian wide swing, lead cut to 3. And I just want to say, the Molotov I caught there by Siphon on outer was beautiful. Like, that's the type of nuance that I don't think everyone catches. He tossed that molly close on the boxes, so he heard Emmons run away from it. He knew he was in that corner, and once they found the kill on the player red box, he was done, and that was the round right there off of a Molotov for the most part.
I like it. That was a good molly. You were absolutely right. But it is going to be Jerk. Does have the AWP. Going to be able to save this. Don't believe PWS is going to go for the full hunt here. They're going to let this one slide. Not a bad weapon to save with, but we have seen a lot more success with the Krieg in the hands of TGS. The economy looking quite grim for them, as they're going to have to go for a pistol buy, but we did see a few rounds ago where we were able to see Leak. He was able to turn things up with the Deagle and actually putting the round on the board for them. So never can count them out.
Now, the trouble is finding an angle where that op can get something done. Peruvian certainly have to expect the op to be in play. They have to expect it to get aggressive. And you can see MDS, he's in position. Online, you never know. Someone can just peek out and take him down. But, ooh, that shot went right through him. No. Timeout. That shot went right the fuck through him, dude. That is net code. That is no registry right there. That's bullshit, dude.
You just get CSGO'd, yeah.
100%. I've seen that before. I was in a game where that happened. I have a video of it as like proof that it exists, dude. That tilts me, dude. It went right through him.
And that can be really, also just talking about that is like really frustrating and demoralizing too.
That could be the round.
Like, that could be the round, right? Like PWS were completely ready for it.
Okay.
They just didn't get it going.
Yeah, I don't know if you caught what that was, but that was karma right back at him. Yoko with the running Krieg shot. Okay, I guess everything gets evened out at the end.
This is really awkward. Leak's actually right in the vent, but Yoko, he is right behind him. I don't know if Leak's going to be ready for that. He does have the flank. Siphon going to get taken 2 out. Now it's all down to 2, or sorry, down to Leak. My apologies. Got the Deagle in hand. Doesn't expect the shots coming in from Yoko, and now Peruvian, they're going to be up. They're going to be down only by 2, and it's 14-12 TGS. They don't really have much of a reply yet, and they're starting to lose that lead.
I mean, Leak almost lucked his way into a kill there onto Yoko, or at least a chance, as he was checking that spot above him just as Yoko was about to peek it. And that somehow could have lucked his way into the kill, but instead doesn't get too lucky. And TGS now only up by 2, and a whole lot rests on this round. And in this round, they have no scoped weapons. It's all M4s, and one of these guns, it's one of those guns that nobody uses anymore because it's just terrible in the hands of Jerk. And, you know, not a lot of utility either. This makes it pretty awkward as Peruvian Wideswing, they have such an advantage. This is what I was talking about when it came to the Krieg, the money nerf. Well, look at this situation here.
This is an interesting spot for Leak, is he's actually pushed all the way through Secret. He is going to smoke it off. I'm wondering what his plan is. And Yoko, he takes out his teammate. So now he's actually trying to play the smoke as a fake that he is hiding behind it, but he's actually going to push his way through, but I think he's going to get posted up. MDS, he's waiting for him, and he spots it, and he goes for the wide peak again. He gets the bomb down and almost gets the double, but gets taken out. And now it's going to be MXJ and Jerk. Jerk putting this silence M4 to work, and MXJ somehow gets away with this kill, and all of a sudden it's a 2-on-2 situation.
Yeah, that one turned on a dime, as this game seemingly did a few rounds back. Now we've got the 2v2, and I mean, we mentioned this round is so incredibly important, and it's down to such an awkward spot. And honestly, in 2v2s on Nuke, sometimes it comes down to a gamble. As you can see, TGS somewhat gambling on this upper bomb site, and gambling correctly, but that smoke does make things awkward. Still MXJ in the perfect spot. That's the round. MXJ hit the shot, my man. Eventually, the Yoko will go down, rather. It was Jerk that finished him off, but that round puts TGS now map point.
Yeah, and the one thing I really liked about that position that we saw is that he didn't go for the jump spot. Like, I think before we saw MXJ, he was trying to get the information, but MDS, he was waiting for him a few rounds ago with the op. But that's a really good position to play. He played the patient game where he didn't go for the first shot right away. He waited for them to get a little bit more comfortable in the site, and then he was, I wouldn't say he easily got that double kill, but he was able to get the one at least.
Yeah, now that puts all the pressure on a Peruvian. Still, they can definitely bring this one back. Only 15-12 down, and the economy for TGS is still not that hot, which means this one round could change things, but unfortunately, chip damage doesn't help out their chances into this one, and TGS already rotated into position, means Peruvian, they'll need to frag their way out of this, and that frag is not what I was talking about.
Yeah, that's a huge HE nade. Doing a lot of damage. The Leak, he's going to play on the side of the smoke. He hears the nades coming in. He's playing a bit of a cheeky little side angle. Comic is able to find him and just tags him slightly. The MP9 coming in, but only picks up 1. Brainsy going to be able to come through on the vent. Doesn't just quite land, but Yoko able to capitalize and takes him out. So now it's a 4-on-3 situation. Advantage for Peruvian. Is falling down. TGS once again. They're just falling down one by one, and all of a sudden it's down to Jerk.
You know, when the individual plays don't show up, TGS, they're having some troubles there. As Leak, with that MP9, it seemed almost certain that he would find a couple of kills there. It seemed inevitable in my mind that spray around the corner, that's what makes the MP9 so powerful. And with the chip damage done to Peruvian, I felt like a 3K was incoming. But unfortunately for TGS, the single player, this time he doesn't make the big play. He only finds the one and some damage, and the rest of the team just not in position finding kills for themselves. And that means Peruvian now up to 13 rounds, and TGS, they're not going to have a fantastic bye until the final round of the game here, and even that bye won't be flawless, which means overtime is seeming like an ever-present threat.
Definitely don't count out this team. Like, both these teams have done so well in the regular season. TGS, I think they went 14-2, where Peruvian actually went 15-1 in the regular season, and both teams are 4-0 in the playoffs. So you can never count any of these guys out. TGS, they're starting to show a little bit of weakness, but they will have the save, but have the op for Jerk. But Leak able to pick up a double, and how is this happening? The pistols again, not like this, Peruvian. I was just getting you all amped up, and now they fall down to 2. TGS, they have the weapons now and the man advantage. Oh, man.
How many times have we seen a Deagle at Tetris, close range on hut, just spray it down? You just spray it down. He found 2 wild spray Deag kills there. And, I mean, from that range, it's not really RNG. You're just, they're there, you're hitting them. And for that reason, now TGS are up in the lead in this round by 2, but still not the best of situations. This is more than winnable for Peruvian. It's a 2v4, but they have plenty of utility. TGS has no armor except on Jerk. TGS only has a couple of guns. They've upgraded one more, but still there are openings here for Peruvian.
It actually does look like they might go for the outside flank through heaven. But actually now, as I do say that, they are going to change plans. They're going to go all the way in the round of the blue boxes on CT side. They might be able to catch one of the members and connect her off guard, and they take out MXJ. Leak, he's in the little box here. He is playing a good position. Yoko, he gets taken up with Leak. He's able to get one, but not the other. But TGS, they pick it up, and I believe, if I remember my short-term memory, it was 16-13 for map number 1.
Yep, that is 16-13 on map 1, and that is a bit of a gamble stack there for TGS. They had 3 players dedicated on upper, but the gamble stack pays off. There were openings on the map, as I mentioned so often on Nuke. You lose a player, there are gaps. Unfortunately, sometimes the gamble, you bet it all on red, and it lands on green, and you're like, fuck, why didn't I bet on green? That would be like 30-1. But this time around, Peruvian, they dropped that one, and that's just map 1. Do we know what map 2 is?
Let me pull up the scoreboard for you. Just gonna be checking the site here. So it does look like on the ESEA page, it does gonna be Overpass will be the second map.
Do we know who picked which? Wild guess, Peruvian picked this one?
I'm thinking Peruvian probably picked this one. I really don't know if the TGS squad wanted this, but we will see. But to be honest, I haven't had a chance to talk to Mahone at all, coach of TGS.
Yeah, I mean, just a wild guess, MXJ after that the 1v4 of the century. Never wanted to play Nuke again. If anyone hasn't seen that, you can go to Twitch/thegamingstadium, and it should be one of their most viewed clips, at least should be their most viewed CS clip, where Ocean pulls off the 1v4 of the century. Emmons and MXJ. Man. You're right.
Yeah. Oh man, I still can't believe that. I remember sitting in the stands and I was just watching. I was like, oh no, I cannot believe this is happening. And then he literally just laughing. Like, I remember looking at his face and he was just like, easy.
Well, he had just checked out of the round too. It was just like, okay, it's over. And then the fateful moment. Well, in any case, I'm going to grab some water. We can wait for the next map to come through, and I'll turn on some copyright-free tunes so we can chill for a second. And we'll be back with map 2 pretty quickly. Actually, the What Up Now Swedes might have been like CGS Invitational or something. I'm not 100% sure. I think they were playing 1.6 in that one, though. I think.
Ooh, I see someone talking about La Resistance. LAR? I just got back, so I'm just taking a look at the chat right now.
Listen, 1.6. It's a terrible game.
Get out.
Sorry, dude. It's just reality. Just reality. I asked my uncle one time. I was like, "What are you smoking?" And he goes, "I'm smoking a dose of reality." Never gonna forget that one.
That one's just gonna stick.
So when the coaches are in game, there's 12 players, and some of these players have 12 as their key. But where's my 12 key, dude? I don't have a 12 key.
Yeah, where are you?
Oh, actually, we should know who picked which map just by the fact that Peruvian Wide Swing started CT side map number 1. And now they're starting T side. So we have to assume TGS picked this map. Unless things are wackadoodle and they picked the other side for some reason. But regardless, we are going to go live for map number 2. You can check at the top right. It says TGS won map number 1. And that's partially covering the score. So I'm going to fix that between one of these rounds at some point. But Peruvian Wide Swing... You say they're Peruvian, living in North America. That's my assumption. Well, they're doing something that you don't usually see in North America. That's the double P250 triple nades.
You're gonna see the double flash.
My cat's clawing at my door, so give me a second.
We'll have TGS on the CT side. It's gonna be Leak and just playing close up. Now he's gonna pick up one, but he gets taken down. Frenzy, he's able to pick up another kill, but he goes for the double and almost gets this triple, but he runs out of ammo and he gets taken down. The observing so hot right now is Boo's back.
I forgot to put on auto director.
That's okay. Down to a 2v2. Peruvian get finally the bomb back. Yogo being the one to have the 3K on the board so far, but putting their full presence towards the A bomb site. It's going to be up to Emons as the flash is coming in. Smoke blocks CT. He's going to wide swing this, and he's going to try to go for more, and he actually does a lot of damage onto MDS, but now MXJ, can he make another clutch?
I'm not sure if the kit is down in a retrievable location. Have to assume there is a kit somewhere, but unfortunately most of the gunfire came through towards connector, which means that kit may well be unretrievable, which means there's a major timer on this one, and I love this play from Peruvian. They've got the one player, MDS has got 9 health, he's the bait, and there's no way MXJ expects a second player here if he gets the first kill, and he's searching desperately for the kit, but there is none, and yeah, this is over. It was a good try, but unfortunately, as soon as that bomb got planted, the round was already over, essentially. And Peruvian Wide Swing, they finish it off with the round win, and they're the ones this time that strike first. I believe TGS won both pistols in map number 1, and this time around, they started out by losing the CT pistol, which is, of course, you would think the tougher of the pistols, or the more important.
Does look like Peruvian is going to be pushing towards Monster Emons. He falls down all the way to 2, but he gets picked off. So now it's going to be Leak. And also Frenzy, they're going to be the ones to hold the site. But Leak, he gets a kill with the Deagle. Going for more, he gets a double. Playing behind the pillar, staying alive as long as he can. Yoko is able to take him out. So it's a 2-on-2 situation. TGS can you making their way through short B. But MXJ runs through the Molotov and finally gets the kill to close it off. But MDS, he picks up MXJ, and it's all down to Jerk. On the 1v1, gonna peek wide, but does enough damage, or not enough damage as MDS gets that second round.
I mean, that Leak and close range Deeg frags name a more iconic duo. They ended map number 1 with that exact same situation, except replicated on Nuke at Hut. So not exactly the same situation, but close enough. All right. And what he did there was he bought time for that rotate. And MXJ found timing to take down the bomb planter. Just unfortunate jerk. The aim punch caught him off there. Was not able to take down the final remaining member, but still, that is damage done. And now you've got 2 Galils on the side of Peruvian Wide Swing. You've got Siphon with very low utility, and TGS is on a buy here, 5 M4s.
Got the full rifles on the board for both teams now. Utility looking a little lackluster for TGS. Kill is going to be coming through the short B, but Emons, he picks up the double, and he falls down. 2-on-2 situation is it's going to be MDS and Yoko are going to be the 2 remaining for Peruvian. MXA and Jerk going to be coming their way through Heaven and CT. Jerk able to get that kill with the Silence M4. Now it's all down to Yoko, but he falls, and Jerk picks up the double kill. TGS pick up their first round.
Yeah, that was a big play there from Emmons by Barrels there. I'm not 100% sure he was really lined up for both kills. I think it almost felt like the first kill was somewhat accidental, but maybe that was fully intentional, and he lined them both up, grabbed the 2 kills, and that didn't guarantee them the round win by any means, but what it did do was give them a chance back into the round, a chance for that retake to happen, and the teammates he had delivered on the chance when given the opportunity, and that puts Peruvian Wide Swing. They did get the bomb plant, so they don't go for the force here. They can buy up next round, still pressure on TGS to pick this one up cleanly, but they are on the board where they could be down by 3 and onto an eco themselves. So certainly not a bad situation given how it could have gone.
Will be MXJ and Jerk. They're going to be the 2 ones playing close and middle. MXJ playing in bathroom. He does hear them. Going to go for the spray, but doesn't connect the shot, so he falls back. And Peruvian, they're going to fully invest now into a full long A rush, and that's going to be Emons and Jerk. They're going to be shutting it down. Jerk with a double, trying to get more as he picks up a triple, and he falls. And MXJ is able to reply. And TGS 2-2. Peruvian go for the full save, not able to get any kills, but now they should have slightly enough to go for a force buy if they chose to do so, and I think that's what they're going to do.
And what happened there is not only did they find that, they only lost 1 player, and you saw at the end of the round there, Emmons, I believe, was one of the 2 with MP9s, and he downgraded to an M4 from the MP9, so it can't be that bad of a situation. And still, plenty rides on this round. Peruvian, no money to work with should they lose it. They even have 2 Galils into this one. And TGS, their money is better than you may expect, but it's still not great. So still, things aren't comfortable for either team. And that nade looked like it was going to do way more damage than it did, but
I thought so too.
It was perfectly timed, not perfectly placed. And Peruvian, they walk their way out into the B bomb site. That is not a swing, that's a walk, but still they're in position. Still they've found the entry, and still they've locked TGS out of the bomb site. They have full control now. It's just a question of getting the bomb down and holding the retake.
Emons will be the one to play posted him into the CT on the graffiti. Jerk does put the op to use. Smoke going to be coming through Emons. He does peek on the side of the smoke. He picks up that kill, MXJ. As well as it is going to be 2 members down of Peruvian. No bomb down. It's actually being located into the site. Going to be playing the patient to see if TGS goes for any aggression. Coach Mahone, I'm sure, is informing them not to make any kind of random peeks. Going to be Siphon and also Yoko now. Grouped together behind the pillar in the site. Going to be peeking wide on Jerk, and he's going to fall. MXJ now will be the 1 member to be close into the short B. Goes for 1 and tries to go for another, but he gets too aggressive, and look at that. And Peruvian, they pick up the 3rd on a bit of a sloppy play from the TGS.
Yeah, that was TGS. They played that one out almost perfectly on that hold to try to prevent the bomb plant. They delayed it for so long. Peruvian was in such an awkward spot, and they brought it to the 2v1 effectively as well. However, Unfortunately for them, the ending was not as good as the beginning, and Peruvian Wide Swing will continue what they started on round number 1. They bring themselves back into the lead, but still TGS, they will not go down without a fight, and they go for the force here as well. This time, fairly light force, but Maz with the MP garbage, he could get caught off here by the fact that TGS, they have full armor. There's no way Peruvian really expected this heading into the round, and they're not expecting this aggression on long, but don't need to expect it to shut it down. They find the frag, and they find the advantage. They do lose some health, but that is no biggie, as they still have the 5v4.
Brainsy is the one to play in connector. He does have the deagle, so he is going to be posted up just to do a bit of a cutoff, but he spots one, doesn't connect the shot, so now he will fall. Nade's going to be coming in from Peruvian. I can't even say the word anymore.
The flank from Jerk, though.
This flank could be big. Couldn't make it happen. He is just posting up. He hasn't fully gone for it yet. Now he hears it must be Maz coming through, and he picks up that easy kill. Now going to be slowing things down for Peruvian, and Jerk's going to try to go for more. And now it's going to down to on 2-on-2 situation. Leak, he's able to open it up with a big 2K. And that's going to be a fall back now. Peruvian, they're going to completely retreat on the plan and go towards the B bomb site.
And they're so lit. Emmons has a kit as well. This is certainly, honestly, you want to say winnable for TGS. This is winnable for Peruvian. They're the ones at the disadvantage here. MDS on 13 health, trapped in the bomb site, and he will stay on the default spot, just playing the gimmicky off angle. He wants to find one kill if he can, and he can't. And Siphon, he was smoked off, has to push through. He'll do exactly that, and he'll find the spray down, but he whiffs it. And Leak with one bullet worth of health. One extra shot from Siphon, that would be the round. Instead, TGS come out on top, and TGS tie things up.
I didn't even catch it there, but I wasn't sure. Was Leak blind?
It looked like he was. I'm not sure what he was blind by, though. I don't think Siphon threw the flash.
Yeah, I'm wondering if he flashed himself, because it looked like he completely was just...
Maybe he was half blind. Maybe he was half blind, and he just had the flash dance going.
But either way, Leak being able to pull through. He's been having a really good game in this series. He came off on top, but I think he had 27 frags in the last map, and now he's starting to pull things through on his team as he's 7-4. But now we will see the save coming in from Peruvian. Full deagles and the P250s. Might be a bit of a connector pinch as well.
Honestly, the story of this series, it may well come down to how well both of these teams have been able to close out ecos and close out force buys, because TGS, I'm not sure they've lost against a pistol buy or even any sort of force buy yet from Peruvian, but as we saw in the last map, it ended on the win of a force buy off of Leak with that Deeg in hand, and the previous round as well, that was a force buy, 3 M4s and 2 Deegs, and these teams are going blow for blow when the guns are in hand, but TGS, you know, cast or curse, they may as well lose this round, but so far they've done a very good job, and this round as well, they've done a fantastic job of dealing with these ecos and force buys.
I really like the position that TGS used, is that they opened the door and Leak, he was just kind of jiggling it, and he knew that they were playing on the left and the right hand side all the way in the back of the connector. He was able to just completely manipulate that situation, is able to pick up a double kill before he fell down. Krieg still in the hands of Leak, and this has been a very strong weapon for him in this series. But now we'll see Peruvian. They do have the full AKs, a little bit of utility to work with. Bomb going to be down, and it's going to be MXJ. He actually falls first, so man advantage for Peruvian.
Yeah, MXJ, the OP9 doesn't do that well if you just spray all the bullets into a smoke while blind, unfortunately. And that gives the advantage to Peruvian. However, the aggression from TGS will allow them to rotate over. They pushed up Fountain early. They spotted out that nobody was towards middle, and Peruvian, they were fully stacked 5 men over towards B. So that means TGS, they still have 3 members on the defense, and they're going to get aggressive here as well. This may well be ill-advised, as waiting for it is Peruvian. However, the flash is through. They are through, and if they land the shots, they can't. Peruvian, they land the shots instead, and that opens up the round that was already blown wide open and turns it into the 3v1. And Leak, he's had a great series, but this, I'm not sure, is his round.
Yeah, this is going to be a big glass for him to take. And Peruvian, they do have the A site control now. Probably going to be pushing in. He does have the bomb.
Save the Krieg. Just save it.
Save the Krieg.
It's a Krieg.
It's been so good for him. So, I mean, I definitely agree. I think he should try to save this, but it doesn't look like he wants to listen to us. But he does pick up the 1, picks up MDS for second kill. Oh, my. He's going for more. And he throws the smoke. This is going to block the bomb.
He wins this.
He's got it going in. He knows that Yoko's close, and he does so much damage. It's just all down to 1 HP, but he falls. The battle of the 1 HPs. I can't believe it. Leak. He panics, and then he falls. Peruvian, they're able to tie things up.
That was insane. Brought to 1 HP. And he had the USP shot as well, but I think it's one of those ones where maybe he didn't know he was on 1 HP. Maybe he was aiming for the head, or maybe he was trying so hard to hit the body that he missed the shot, because I thought for sure he had it lined up. Instead, he was the one getting lined up, and there's chalk around his body now. Heading in round number 9. Things tied up, and TGS, they should be on to the eco here. You know, I thought that one was game over for Leak. As soon as he threw that smoke down, once you get the smoke on the bomb, you can one-way it from on top of the boxes, right? It's so hard to deal with. I thought for sure he had it, but unfortunately, 1 health separates TGS from a very manageable lead, as PWS would be on the eco. And instead, now they've forced again. And how many times can you force until finally they take you down?
Peruvian does look like they are putting a bit more attention towards short B. TGS, they're actually going for the 4-man stack at the B bomb site. So this could be a bit of a misread, as they are going to be running into a stack. It'd be Leak and MXJ. MXJ will pick up 1. Leak going for more, and he gets a double. Still playing behind the pillar. Near the MBK spot of MXJ. They're both just trading frags back and forth. MDS, it's all down to him, and he falls. And Leak, man, the MVP so far in this series. He comes up big in TGS, 5-4.
Excuse me, you said the MVP of the series. It was the MVP is the MP9, the best gun in the game. Okay, the best gun in the game. I mean, Leak, he plays so well when he's close range. Like, I feel like that round he was essentially kissing his opponents. He was licking them. He was pulling a Marchand. All right.
Oh, and they're going to go for more, and this might be the full test. Peruvian, they're going to go for the monster push now. It does look like they delay the plans. Bit of a delayed execute, but this has been Leak's bread and butter so far. Just like you said, he really likes these up-close battles, but now they're going to be pushing through the site. Siphon able to pick up the deagle kill. Leak is able to get 1. He should be able to stay alive, but he gets tagged down, and it's going to be all down to Franzy and also Jerk. Franzy going to have the AWP in hand. He gets that shot through the smoke. Oh, my God.
That shot could open up this round, because that gives him space to work with. Oh, but Maz responds in kind. That is another very nice shot in this round. And TGS, they are not going to pull away. They come so close time and again, but this time around, they can't do it. We saw MXJ with that MP9 in hand. All right, if you get kills with the MP9, it's because it's broken. And if you don't, it's because you're bad. And that's just the way it works. All right, you just couldn't get kills with it.
Hey, Calamity's in the chat. I just noticed that as well.
Dude, he's been here since the start.
Well, that's true, he has, but I just didn't see him.
God, you're such a hater, dude. Oh my God. This guy.
I had to cast his matches where he was able to pull through big LAN. Big LAN win against the Big O. We both did.
I think everybody lost in that one. I think everybody involved in that one lost.
We see TGS. They do have the force guns once again. The M4 gonna be in the hands of Jerk, and the AWP in the hands of Frenzy.
Oh my God! Can they get a boost?
Oh, this is brutal. Emans is gonna try to go for boosting Jerk. This could be a really good position to catch him off guard. But oh, the positioning just off a little bit. Siphon is trying to tag up a little bit of damage onto Leak, but not able to connect. Now it's a 5-on-4 situation in favor of TGS.
Yeah, Peruvian, they had the solo A player, And unfortunately, when you're playing Overpass, that op on A, if you're not dealing with it effectively, using tons of utility to do so, there's just so many angles it can play. It can catch you off guard too easily, and that's exactly what happened to MDS. He got caught off guard, taken down. However, even with the man advantage, the weaponry for TGS is not fantastic, so they stay stacked on the B bomb site, and Peruvian, they stack up on the A side, and they get ready for a firefight to which only Frenzy can respond.
Frenzy's gonna be playing up close, misses the shot, now he's a bit of a pinch.
Oh!
Goes for the no-scope somehow! That's a good start, but Peruvian are able to get this bomb down. It's going to be Eamon's going to be playing behind the smoke on the CT dumpster. Leak doing a lot of damage, but the trade frags are looking good so far. And it's all down to Maz on the 1v2 situation. Eamon's causing a bit of commotion, but now he's not able to connect the shot. This is going to be a tall task for him. He does pick up Jerk Silent M4. He's waiting patiently, but he's not peeking in Maz. He just completely walk peeks him and wins the duel.
Yeah, the MP9 there from Leak, that was rough. He sprayed it down from a little bit too long range. And if he had found that kill, instead of whiffing about 20 shots there, that round easily goes their way. Instead, I mean, Leak, he's got 15 kills. You forgive him for that one. You forgive him for it after the way he ended map number 1. But unfortunate the way that one went down. And we also saw MXJ, I believe it was MXJ, making his way through bathrooms in that 2v1. He pulled out the AK just as he got peeked. So unfortunate timing for them as well. And now it seems like the shoe is on the other foot. I mentioned at the beginning of the game how this may be the story of the anti-egos, of the anti-force buys. Well, what we saw now is Peruvian, they picked up a win with just pistols, and now they finally close out against the force from TGS, the op, a couple of rifles, and some MP9's force, and now they finally take the lead, and TGS, their economy is in shambles. They have to force again.
Force once again, the smokes looking a little grim as there was only 2, but now down 1. Losing my train of thought here as I'm watching, but Peruvian, they are going to be playing passive now. They are waiting for the aggression. TGS going to go for a couple pop flashes to see if they can get anything through the short B. They have the control, so now they're fully aware that Peruvian is putting the presence towards A. But no action taken yet, as they are still playing it passive and not going any more on the map for any control.
Yeah, Peruvian, they're not doing too much in terms of map control on the majority of these rounds. They're playing a little bit stacked up on the site that they intend to hit. But with Overpass, it's very easy to rotate back off. They could easily make their way back down to Connector and over to the B side. However, as you say, easy. Of course, Frenzy would be here to try to put a stop to that. And TGS, they are in a pretty good spot. It'll come down to this long A push. If they can take down Comic, that will be a ton of information. But Comic on the corner, he's got the advantage, and he'll get the frag as well. And although Frenzy did open things up in Connector, still somewhat of an advantage for Peruvian as they attack the A bomb site, and there are only 2 to defend. But the play, Emmons finds the 1, and still, Frenzy with another one. Somehow trades end with a 2v2 now.
This is a bit of an interesting spot from Eamons. He was able to play through the smoke, and now he's got a good position. MDS shouldn't expect this. He spots it. He gets that free kill. Not able to pick up the AK, but now it's all down to Maz once again on this clutch situation. But Jerk is going to be getting the flank, and that's 2 Kriegs and TGS. They tie it up 6-6.
They can't keep getting away with this. They can't keep getting away with this. You have to stop them. That's another force buy victory for TGS. And this is like both teams literally going blow for blow. This is back and forth like you rarely see a game. However, as intense as it is to watch, that is potentially disadvantage to TGS. You never want to be going 1-for-1 on a CT-sided map as the CT side, but that nade certainly helps things as they head into this one.
Yeah, that nade was gross. It did so much damage. They finally get out of the T connector. Now they are going to be fully pushing up towards the bathroom. Nade going to be coming in from MXJ. Does a bit more damage. Now Peruvian, they are going to start swarming the site. MXJ, the man to hold it down. He's got the Silence M4. MDS going to be able to pick up 1. Now it's going to be only one member of TGS to get a kill. Peruvian do have the full site control. Bomb's going to go down. Retake coming in.
The retake works perfectly as down go 3. And what was a little uncomfortable for TGS closes out very comfortably. The 2 players trapped in the bomb site there got mollied out, taken down, and Peruvian, they do their best effort. They give themselves a bomb plant, which makes a major difference. If you look at the money, the majority of their players up around 4,800. Without that bomb plant, they'd be on 4K, and that is not enough to go for a true buyout. So actually, the fact that they had Glocks and P250s and managed a bomb plant could fundamentally change the way this half goes.
It really could. I mean, you know, both teams do have all the utility. A lot invested into this round, but look at this. This is going to be a full push through Monster. So Leak, it's going to be tested again. He likes these up-close battles, but he gets taken out. Now it's going to be down to Frenzy. He's going to be the one member playing in the back, and it's going to be Emons. He only picks up the 1 kill. Frenzy going to be pushing through the smoke with Comic. He's able to pick up those double kills, and now TGS, they fall down to 2 members, and it's looking like a very, very hard retake as now Jerk falls, and it's all down to MXJ.
Unfortunate there for TGS. The hold not as good as it has been in the past. And Peruvian, they take ridiculous amounts of damage on that take. However, unfortunately, that damage not stacked up onto singular players means they win the round. They tie things up at 14 apiece and head into the last round of the half. TGS are on another force buy. And this is a ridiculous amount of force buys this half.
Yeah, the force buys have just... like it's countless. Like literally every round they just go for the force. Like they don't even want to save. But look at this aggression in the connector. That's going to be both Jerk and Leak. They're trying to get that control. It's a good position for them right now. So it's going to be Yoko. He is the one that lurks his way through the connector. Not able to connect the shots quite yet, but Leak is able to help his teammate get that kill. TGS get the man advantage. Emons now. He has the AWP and he gets a double kill. He's locking it down on long A, and Peruvian, they're just falling down. And all of a sudden, the last man standing Maz has a big task because he's on the 1v5. And now his presence is known, and he's about to get taken out by Frenzy. And that's going to be the 8-7 lead for TGS.
So as it turns out, they can keep getting away with this. That is, what, 4 for 5 on force buys that half? I mean, why even full buy if you can keep doing that? And they end the half 8-7, a la map number 1, which was 8-7 TGS as well. However, that being said, 8-7 T-side nuke is probably a slightly different look than 8-7 CT side overpass. Still, not the worst of situations as they ended out positively. And they did start the half with a pistol round defeat. So if they can open up the second half with a pistol round victory, they will be in a comfortable spot to convert this one, or at least begin to convert it. And it's Peruvian, in fact, with the, their backs against the wall here. This is not their map pick. This is their only chance to make it into map number 3 as they lost map number 1. And it's Peruvian that need to put things together and put together a solid half here to bring it to the 3rd map.
And for anybody that is just tuning in, a little bit of info about both these teams is TGS was able to go the regular season 14-2, having 2 close losses. And also Peruvian actually had a really outstanding performance as they went 15-1. And their 1 loss was a bit of a landslide, but still having 1 loss in the season is a pretty big win in my books. And now both these teams are 4-0 in the playoffs, still fighting for the semifinals as we mentioned on Twitter. A lot of good talent from both sides here. And for anybody that doesn't know, the TGS is a local LAN center hosted in Vancouver, British Columbia, where we've had the privilege
and sponsored by Vertigear, Red Bull, Pepsi, TELUS, Jinx TV.
Jinx TV. There it is.
And is there anybody else?
I think Maticus is in here, so he can throw a little shout out there if we missed any.
I was just shouting these sponsors like 3 days ago, so I remember most of them. And Maticus, he promised me Red Bull in the contract next time, and I will hold him to that damn promise.
Yeah, definitely. If we're going to the next LAN, we got to see some Red Bulls on the table, man. always a good time when you
Well,
get
we
the
saw
Bulls.
Red Bulls on the table, but they were $3.50 each. And, I mean, they were necessary. We were up till like 4 a.m. Jeez.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I drove home
Oh,
that night. That was
HyperX.
wild.
HyperX. There you go. That's the one.
MDS going to get challenged now through the site. It's going to be Leak. He opens it up. The MVP of the series coming through hot as he is able to get that site control for TGS. Maz able to pick up double kill now. But now they look like they're going to go for more. Peruvian, they're pushing through the bank, have a bit of a pinch. Jerk, he's in a really tight situation as he is trying to fall off. And it's going to be all down to MXJ, and he's just going to be playing on the short A position on the flower. I don't even know if it's called the flower pot, but he is the one man standing, and he falls. It's going to be tied 8-8.
Yeah, another pistol round for Peruvian. So I believe this is a trade now. 2 pistol rounds on Nuke go the way of TGS. 2 pistol rounds on Overpass go the way of Peruvian Wide Swing. And to be able to actually close out a half or a game, having lost both pistols, is a feat in and of itself. And Peruvian, they were not able to manage to actually overcome that gap on map number 1, and TGS with another force buy gonna try to do that here on map number 2.
We'll see that both Maz and MDS are going to fall down or fall back at the scout in hands of MDS as he's going to be playing towards short A. But now TGS, they're going to be making their way through long A, getting ready for the smoke lineups. It's going to be MXJ playing towards short A, possibly getting ready for a bit of a contact as he doesn't have any utility to work with. Franzy going to be the one that's lurking in the back. Do see Peruvian. They do have 2 members towards A. A bit of a 3-man stack at B. Now it's just a matter of time before we see the execute. But I actually think now TGS, I think they're going to change their plan. Bomb going to be making its way all the way back through T-Con. Going to go all the way towards Monster potentially and maybe short B. But still lots of time to see as we do have 45 seconds left.
Yeah, TGS on the yellow brick road rotate from long A back around to B. The question is, Leak is going to toss down a smoke, and he's going to try and YOLO out onto the A bomb site. The question is, do Peruvian Wide Swing believe in the A hold? Can Leak take down a frag? If he can, that may draw a rotate. He can't, and no rotate is drawn, means Peruvian are in perfect position to take this one down, and they begin it in style. However, MXJ, well, he does find one, but one simply not enough. And neither is 2. The flank will be there. And pet peeve, they could have let him actually survive till after time. They had the flank. They knew he was not going to plant. Just saying. You know, there's 5 seconds on the clock. Just saying.
Yeah. One of the things I noticed as well on the mini map is that TGS actually were doing Leak did a good job of throwing the fake, because I could see, I believe it was Siphon that was rotating already, but then I believe it was Maz that was able to pick up that kill. TGS just pushed on the gas pedal a little too quick, and then the fake didn't quite work. But
yeah, I think
9-8.
They drew a partial rotate from Siphon. He began to rotate off, and either they needed to find that Ehon timing there where you get out just as he begins to rotate off and you catch them off guard, or if Leak had found a kill, that would be an entirely different situation. But unfortunately, Leak relied upon so often in this series, and for once, he does not convert. And that leaves TGS now onto a very light buy, in which they hope to find a bomb plant, but that hope shattered. Like my hopes of being a professional hockey player, they are down the drain, and Peruvian is up by 2.
You want to be a pro hockey player?
Everyone wants that, man. Everyone does. Like, if
I'm not gonna lie,
if you played
if I could
hockey,
play any sport, it'd be baseball for sure.
Get
only because
away
you
from
make
me.
stacks. No, you make stacks playing baseball.
Okay, man. If I'm gonna make like 10 mil or 100 mil, I don't really care.
Yeah, it's still making mills. Fair enough.
Well, really, what I wanted was to be a pro CS player, and you know, I'm pretty good. Sometimes I say I'm a pro, but I'm not a pro. I'm actually pretty bad.
Don't worry, I am too. I think I'm like ranked B in ESEA, so look out, world.
Okay, so you're bad even compared to me. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I just had to say it.
It's okay. Fair point. We do see no action taken yet from both teams. Round still going through as it's a minute and 10 on the clock. TGS can be making their way slowly through middle. It's going to be Leak and also MXJ posting up on the short A, but MXJ somehow picks up Maz as he had the Krieg, and I think he got him
Caught him on the
spot
jump
jumping.
spot. Yeah, must have been. That is insane. He was jump spotting from SWAT. That is pixel perfect to find that kill. You're not landing that with an AK because it's too inaccurate. But the Krieg, amazing. Yet again. And now it's the question of this short B play. 2 players here for Peruvian, and this is going to be a firefight.
It's a perfect position. It's Emans was able to take out Comic. And now it's going to be Yoko, and he is the one man standing at B. But look at the flank coming in from MDS. This could be so big. He's coming in behind now. It's going to be Jerk, and he does have the bomb. He's not expecting it. He gets taken out, so MDS, falls.
Time. They got no
15
time.
seconds left. They have no time. Oh, TGS, they played this too slow, and now Frenzy, he has to get this kill, and he has to open it up, but he falls. And that's going to be it as Leak. Not enough time, but he falls as well, and Peruvian, they're up 11-8, and they still have this strong lead.
Where did the time even go there? It felt like it wasn't that late in the round. All of a sudden, look up at the clock, 15 seconds. TGS in trying to close out the round where they got the advantage up 5v4, they played it a bit too slow, and the flank was in perfect position, shuts it all down when things needed to go perfectly. Things went very amiss, and now Peruvian wide swing up by 3. This is a mirror image of the way we were looking at map number 1.
Yeah, we got some people in the chat think we're going all the way into the distance. You never know. We have seen some pretty big comebacks from TGS. Their last week's match, they were in the gutter for quite some time, but they were able to pull through. But it is looking a little sad for them as they have to save once again. Do have the Deagles and the CZ in hand. Only 2 smokes to work with. They're making their way through a full middle commitment, but MDS starting it off hot.
Well, against the Pistols, you expect it to be a cleanup. However, this is a light force here for TGS, which means there is a light chance for them to win it, as they're something like 6-1 on full forces now. It's absolutely insane. And actually, as they make their way over to long, you have Peruvian pretty dedicated over towards bathrooms here, which may mean, I was going to say, it may mean they have to play a retake, and the bomb plant could make a difference. Instead, MDS will make his way into the bomb site before they make their way out. And op close range, it gets a bit awkward, but the support is there, and that's all that is needed, as TGS will get cleaned up.
Cleaned up indeed. MXJ, just when I thought he was going to try to maybe go for the save on the M4, looks like he might try to see if he can pick up a kill or two. Caused a little bit of economic damage here for Peruvian, but look at this wide swing from Yoko. I don't even know what the hell that was. MXJ was a bit slow on the reaction as well. Gonna be seeing the flash coming in. Nades now from Peruvian is coming through. Still pushing him back. Bit of a tight spot for him. I'm not quite sure what his plan is here.
Yeah, I'm sure he'd be happy to get a kill, but without a Krieg, catching them as they're jumping, it's a bit tougher of a task. And really, main goal should be not to die after time, but nobody even considers it. Just gonna mention it again, nobody even considers the idea that, you know, if you don't leave enough time to pick up the bomb and plant, then they could make you die after time. Anyone could do it on any round, and nobody understands, man. Nobody just they don't get it. They don't get it, man.
They just don't get it.
I mean, that time it was questionable. He had a gun, right? But
that is true. But a fun fact for anybody that's just following TGS, they've been able to clean sweep their playoff matches 2-0. So if they do lose this map, I believe that'll be the first map that they've lost in the BO3 so far. But like we said before, this is in the semifinals now, so this is where the talent is quite high. A lot of good teamwork coming in from both sides here.
You can see things are a little bit questionable from TGS. I mean, they haven't put any pressure on short. They haven't consistently pressured bathroom. So Comic very freely in short B. And this long B hold will actually come in under pressure, but the pressure works well in their favor to begin with. However, the trades back go the way of TGS. They find 2 for themselves, and they sniff out where Comic is standing, so they won't be backstabbed, but still, knowing that he's there, it's still a tough spot. They still have to deal with every angle, and as Maz finds the kill onto Frenzy, that's not dealing with the angle. It's a 2v3 now, and Jerk is on 19 health.
You know, I've never really quite understand why you go for the wide peak when you have, you know, an even score of men on the field. And now look at this, the Paw Flash coming in, Jerk. He's gonna go slow, and he goes a bit too slow. And Maz, he is able to capitalize and takes him down. But now Emons, he gets 1, he gets 2, and it's all down to him. And it's gonna be him versus MDS. He hears the flash come through, but it's gonna be if he stays alive and he tags MDS down, and he's gonna be pushing him through the pistol, and he gets disrespected. And oh, Peruvian, they're able to pick up the 13th round. Oh dear.
Well, harken back to first half when it was Emmons that had that Krieg in hand. He got down on 1 HP on his opponent, pulled out the USP, couldn't finish him off. Was that Emmons? I think it was Emmons, right? And
was it Leak or Emmons? Yeah, it was one of the two.
And now we have the USP of MDS showing up a bit more effectively. And I thought Emmons had that one in the book as soon as the flash came out from MDS. But regardless, that one does go the way of Peruvian. And now up by 5, they are in prime position to close out and bring it to map number 3.
We'll see the 5-man stack once again from Peruvian in the B site. Gonna be Maz. He's actually pushed all the way up. It looks like in the mini map, he is pushed up all the way through middle. So now Peruvian should be fully aware. TGS are gonna be fully investing into this.
They just struggled to boost again.
Yeah,
is that what I just saw?
I think they're honestly struggling to figure out the basic concept of boosting.
They were jumping around for like 20 minutes doing cardio on CT side. Here on T side, they give up after 1 attempt. But giving up, I mean, there's the flank coming through from Peruvian swing. This is devastating.
This is going to be huge. Maz, he has the biggest flank right now. He picks up 1, he gets 2. It's so easy. Peruvian, they're just cleaning up, and now TGS, they're falling down. MXJ gives a little bit of hope as he's down to 8 HP. Going to be the 4-on-2 situation. TGS, 38 seconds left on that clock. Jerk has the bomb, going to be making his way through short B. They're going to have to get the opening pick here if they're going to make anything happen, and it's going to be a tall task because there is 3 members waiting for him.
Yeah, more than a tall task, just about an impossible one, and that is exactly what it will prove to be as Peruvian pick up their 14th. And I want to justify the previous round, the 3v3 there. People are questioning it, all right? They had 1 player on low health. I think another player was around 50. They had almost no utility, and they knew that Peruvian wide swing had short B control. You got to do something there. You know, you're in a very tough spot. You can't even plant safely because you don't have the utility to smoke off short. It makes sense to do something. I think they could have done it a little more cleanly, but I don't think going for a play there was a mistake.
I think I even started that little trend because I was a little surprised that they went for it
as
well.
Yeah, the way they went for it was a little more questionable. But I think, like, for example, if they had grouped up, I've seen this before. You group and then you just push and go to A, right? Like I've seen that happen before. I think that might not have been a bad play, but I feel like they couldn't have just played that out standard because they'll just get picked apart. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And we're seeing the double pause come through. Coach Mahone probably going through the playbook, trying to slow down the momentum from Peruvian. This is a tough position. I mean, you're in a position now where you have 4 MAC-10s and you have a Deagle. And I mean, they've been successful in some of these greasy buys before, but they're not looking like themselves like we saw in Nuke.
I mean, you expect them 5 MAC-10 play to come out of Peruvian wide swing based on the name, not out of TGS, but they go for it, and they go quickly to bathrooms, and they get quickly cleaned up to begin with, but MDS missing some shots there, and the MAC-10s, they do come out on top. They reign supreme for the time being, but that nade, ooh, that should shut things down, and in fact, it does. Siphon with the cherry on top, and Jerk in the 1v3 won't find a single one. The rotation from Peruvian wide swing proves superior, and TGS 7 match points to fight against.
Match point for Peruvian. TGS potentially going to get pushed all the way to the third map. Now we have the full guns, no ops in the hands of TGS, which I think is a good plan for them, even if they had enough money to go for it. I think it's still a good plan they don't, but this is going to be a monster push. Full aggression now. It's going to be Comic and also Yoko are going to be the members at B, and also Siphon. He starts it off. Things are looking grim here as they're falling down. Siphon able to pick up a 3 kill, and TGS, they're just peeking wide, and Leak, he's able to pick up 1, but MXJ not able to connect, but he finally does, and it's all down to MDS on the 1v2 situation with the AWP in hand.
And Leak, in the meantime, had taken down a player peeking short there, I believe, to bring it into the 2v1, and if ever someone could win a 1v2, it's MDS with 120 ADR as an opper. That is ridiculous. Even though he's only got 19 kills, it's probably got the most ADR. Let me check the stats. Okay, they have 3 players over 100. That's insane.
That's actually really wild that 3 of them are over 100 ADR.
It's more than over 100. I mean, 119, 129, 135. That's ridiculous. You never see that.
Never.
Regardless, I accidentally turned names off. Okay. This is an awkward spot. I mean, TGS, they're in position. They should close this one out. And, I mean, MDS is even going to give his position away. It should be an easy cleanup.
It's a bit of a slow push here from MDS. He seems like he's really taking his time, but I'm not quite sure what the plan is. But, oh, no, Leak. He tries to go for the kill. He's going to fall down. And MXJ, he's going to be able to get that kill through the smoke. Going to be picking up the AWP. TGS stay alive for another round. Yeah, you're definitely right. I'm just reading the chat right now. So this potentially could be the first map that they lose in the series because every other match we've been casting, they've been 2-0ing. But I believe, and Vu, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure even if they lose, let's say the BO3, they still have the lower bracket that they can work through as well. We'll see. But I'll just keep going here, as it is going to be TGS.
Sorry, my mic was muted there. I believe they'd go into the lower bracket finals, so they'd have to win 1 more into the grand finals.
TGS posting their way through short B, putting a lot more presence now towards the B bomb site, not really investing anything towards A. Nade going to be landing onto MDS. It actually doesn't do any damage. Somehow that misses him. I think he was just a bit too far away. He's going to be playing on that pillar, and he's actually going to miss the first shot. Frenzy and MXJ, they're able to pick up the 2 kills to open it up so far. Leak going to be falling down. It's going to be MXJ and Jerk, and it's all down to MXJ in the 1v2 situation. Bomb down in the middle of the site. Up in the hands of Yoko, and the M4 in the hands of Maz.
MXJ, he's not had the hottest of series. He hasn't been missing too many shots, but he hasn't done what I've seen from him in the past, which is pull off some heroics, and now would be as good a time as ever. Sometimes you can pay for the sins of rounds past if you can do it when it comes down to the wire. And of course, this isn't map number 3, but 15-9 down. This is the wire of map number 1, and the Krieg in hand, the jump. I think that may have been a scroll wheel issue, but regardless, the issue now is map number 3 that we'll have to head into.
A little interesting too, like there was a smoke right in front of him in the lower water position there. I'm a little surprised maybe he didn't try to go pick it up and try to, I don't know if he even saw it, but at that point I thought he might try to go for the smoke and try to cover the heaven position so he could try to get the bomb down, but tried to go for the duel as he did lose.
So someone's saying the finals will be best of 5, and the upper bracket team will come in with a one map advantage, which is just about standard the way these things usually work, which means this is, excuse me, this is somewhat of a pivotal game. Of course, if you assume that TGS could run through the lower bracket team easily, if it's a team they've already beat or something like that, then what they're playing for may well be a one-map advantage in the finals. But something interesting that often happens in these situations is you have a team that's cruised through the playoffs, and as soon as they get taken down on their own map choice, maybe they've played a lot of that map. Maybe they haven't honed their third map. Maybe they get questioning themselves, something they haven't potentially had to do on the CT or in the playoffs rather. And I've seen it time and again. You have that team that goes 17-0 in the regular season or something like that. For example, INTZ and MDL this season, they went 16-1 going to the playoffs, and Riot Squad, who really didn't seem to put up much of a fight against INTZ in the regular season, they took them down 2-0. And, that type of situation could very well play out here in the upper bracket finals of IM as well.
Yeah, you definitely, you made
a really good point. Is this the semis or this is the semis?
This is semis, yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was the finals. My bad.
No, that's okay. But you made a really good point is that, like when you're a team that's running on a lot of momentum and things don't go your way, that's where you get really tested. And I mean, TGS, they've been pretty hot so far in their playoff run. They're 4-0. They've, if I'm correct, I'm pretty sure they've clean sweeped every single one of them. So this might be their first map loss now in the BO3. Now it's going to be the question of the third map, like where, if they're going to feel good or if they're going to be, have some time to be able to take this, put this away and kind of recharge for the next map. That's always the biggest test, I think, with how you see in the higher levels.
Yeah, so again, we'll wait for the third map to come through. Let me just check what the third map is exactly. I think you are right that they haven't actually been tested here in the playoffs and made their way to a third map. I'm just looking through. Yeah, they have not played a third map yet this playoffs, and if we look at the third map here this series, it will be Miragi. So we'll be heading into Miragi pretty soon. But until then, I'll throw on some copyright-free tunes, and by copyright-free, I mean it just won't get the VOD muted. I don't know if it's copyright-free. It's the legendary Nujabes. And then we'll head into map number 3 shortly. Yeah, the TGS 10K, it's still a ways out for the record. It's in February, late February, it seems. So, still got plenty of time to find teams and the like for that as we head into Mirage here, which is a map that TGS have not played in the playoffs yet. So this is actually a map that could be a bit of a question mark, and you see that they played it a lot in the regular season. And that doesn't necessarily mean all that much. It means it's a map they're willing to play, but of course in the regular season you ban, which means, you know, it's just one of 4 maps they're interested in playing.
I know Mahone, the coach of TGS, is not a really big fan of this map, but we'll see if he's put his disagreements with this map aside and help the boys secure the third map win, much needed here as the smokes and nades are coming in. MXJ going to be playing towards the sandwich spot. This is going to be big for him. He does pick up 1, and Frenzy is able to pick up more. And all of a sudden, TGS, they decimate PWS, and now it's all down to 1.
That was as clean as it gets on that hole. That was picturesque. You do the triple A. Sometimes things get a little bit crazy as they make their way in with Glocks, but the shots were landed perfectly, and the only trade came from the hands of Maz in Palace, finding 1 for himself before going down as well. So Peruvian wide swing, they won both pistols on map 2. TGS, they won both pistols on map 1, and here on map 3, TGS get it going themselves with the first pistol of the game.
Oh, the run boost coming in. Jerk, he's going to get tested. He has the AUG in his hand. Lee going to be right in the connector to help him, but he's a bit of a whiff, and he does get away, and now it looks like the cleanup's just coming in hot. Yoko able to take out Leak, but TGS only lose 2, so that's a good start for them as they take a 2-0 lead, getting the cleanup. But now, PWS, they're going to be picking up the rifles, all straight AKs and the Kriegs.
So since the introduction of the Krieg in the last month or so, Mirage has been slightly T-sided. We'll see if that continues to hold true. As Peruvian wide swing, they go for a straight execute on the first gun round here as well. 5 players over to the A side, replicating that pistol. And this time, they're replicating a whole lot less than that. As on pistol round, they got decimated. This time, Maz out through Palace finds the double, and that's essentially the round already over.
Yeah, the round's almost looking like it's over just like that. All 5 members of PWS able to get full control of the site. Bomb down. It's going to be 3 members of TGS. Even's going to be in the connector. He's got the OP9 in hand. Does pick up the M4, but now it looks like he will fall. Good escape and save on the hands of TGS, but they will be losing the round now. It's 2-1 for the slight advantage for TGS with only 1 round lead.
Yeah, I'm assuming Peruvian wide swing, they're actually from Peru. Like, are these players really Peruvian? No, they're not, are they?
Kind of cool.
Anybody
can find out, that'd be sweet.
I'm guessing they're actually not Peruvian, now that I thought about it for half a second. But maybe.
Maybe there's a chance. So how do you feel about this map, Vu? I mean, I think you made a good point that, on T side, the Krieg is probably making it slightly more T-sided just because it's the rifle's so extremely powerful. But what other facts do you have?
I don't really like playing the map, but I don't have a problem with the map the way other people seem to have a problem with it, saying it's a little bit stale. It is a bit stale, but it's still a good map. It's still a respectable map, but it can have some troublesome happenings on it when you actually play it out yourself. And you can see troublesome happenings here as TGS again fall 2 for 0 on the entry. And again, they're in a situation where they might just turn around and save, but actually Jerk and Emmons save them from that as they bring it back into the 3v3. 3v3 still, all 3 working out for market. It's not a great spot to be in, but it is workable.
It's a good smoke coming in from Emons. He's actually going to block off that view on the van. It will be Maz. Emons and MXJ going to push through, but Emons is able to pick up the trade kills. He is able to get another, so he's on the 3K, picks up the Famus. It's going to be all down to Maz. Jerk, he's able to spot, but he's not able to connect the shots, and now it's down to the one-on-one. He's got the scope in, but for some reason, and Maz, he's able to take him out and gets that second round, 2-2. TGS fall once again.
And the clutches from Peruvian Wide Swing have been on point this whole series. I think they've definitely had the upper hand in terms of clutches, just about the same way TGS has the upper hand in terms of force buys, but nobody with the upper hand for the time being, as 2-all will be the scoreline, and TGS onto the pistols, very light on the pistols at that, and on the wrong side of the map to top it all off means Peruvian Wide Swing should pretty comfortably find themselves in the advantage after the end of this one.
Bit of an unfortunate risk from TGS as they did try to go for the mid aggression. The Peruvian Wide Swing did have the full commitment towards B. So now the best plan for TGS is to get these exit kills and try to damage the economy as much as possible. And to see the double stack going to be coming through from MXJ. This is a good boost, so they should be able to get the trade frag. But now they do have 2 members as well playing into the B hall, which will be Frenzy and Emons. Or Frenzy and... oh, it is Frenzy and... wow, I can't even talk. Jerk. And they're now going to fall through. Bomb's about to explode. That's actually 2 members down from Peruvian Wide Swing, which is still a pretty good circumstance that they were on pretty much a full save.
Yeah, that is really mission success for TGS in that one. But into this one, this is where things get... This is where CS can sometimes feel a bit random. Because this round, TGS, they go for it, but they didn't have much money. So you can see the utility is just about non-existent. And, you know, any given round, you say any given Sunday, things can go wrong one round to the next, no matter how well you play. And if TGS lose this one, Peruvian Wide Swing could very well run away with this game. And this is a very pivotal round for them to pick up here with not the greatest of buys.
MXJ going to be playing the close angle onto the A ramp. Maz going to be right in front of him. Bit of a 3-man stack at B now, so it is going to be Emons playing towards the top boost on Cap, but he's going to fall as he takes some serious damage. Leak, he's going to be falling down, so now it's going to be MXJ to hold this A bomb site by himself. Peruvian Wide Swing, they're going to be getting that mid connector aggression, but the bomb still is on Catwalk. But look at this rotate from TGS. They're fully invested to assume that Peruvian Wide Swing is committing A, but in fact, they're going towards B.
They're just getting played with right now. This is absolutely insane. This is not looking hot for TGS right now. The way these rounds are going, they're just getting picked apart. They are, what, a bread roll right now? I mean, this is... That was almost trivial for Peruvian Wide Swing. They got the kill on A. They hurt the second player who had to hide underneath balcony. They rotated 4 members over to A, and Peruvian waltzed their way up Cat into the empty bomb site, ransacked the place, planted the bomb, and TGS, they're not sure what to do. They're really not. And honestly, the one problem I had with Mirage as a player is it feels like one of those maps where you can just get rolled over on that CT side. Sometimes it starts out poorly for you and you can never get anything going, and that's looking like what could be happening here.
I think that's what we're seeing. Like this TGS, they, you know, like you said, I think they're just getting completely red. It's a bit unfortunate now as Peruvian Wide Swing, they have the 2-round advantage. They have the Kriegs in the op on the board. MDS, he's been really hot with that AWP so far in the series. Bit of a pistol save as well from TGS as they don't have much of an economy to work with yet. I wouldn't count them out yet. We've definitely seen some pretty interesting pistol rounds from TGS.
Yeah, as soon as you say the word force, it's like they get some sort of magic gameplay skills, and unfortunately this isn't really quite a force. It's like it's a light buy, so we'll see as Peruvian playing it safe. They understand the situation here. It seems they know that TGS is on a fairly light buy here and will play it safe to close it out. However, you can never play it safe enough to necessarily deal with stacks and ridiculous aim, and TGS have stacked up both guns on the correct site here. So for once, they're in position, but they still need to land the shots.
You're going to be the one that is going to be playing in the A side with Krieg, and this is a perfect read, just like he said. MXJ does have the M4, does a lot of spam onto Matt, playing in the sandwich position now, so his spot is exposed. Molotov going to come through, so now this is a tough position. He has to wide swing, and he gets taken out. It's going to be Jerk. He's going to fall as well, so both rifles on the hands of TGS fall, but Leak, he does pick up the Krieg. It's a little too late as MDS. He is putting the AWP to work now. And it's just coming so drastically for TGS as Peruvian wide swing. They get that A site quite convincingly.
This is hard to watch. This is hard to watch.
This isn't the same team. I'm not watching the same TGS.
I mean, it's 5-2, but I even mentioned it on what 3-2, where this would be 7-zip, obviously, without pistol round victory, and into the gun rounds, they have looked like they have no hope.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think TGS, they look like they're having a bit of a struggle right now. Hopefully the environment isn't too bad for the boys. But the test will come now as we do see the full rifles on the board once again. Jerk is going to be the Frenzy is going to be able to spot that it is a 4-man rush. It's going to be down to him and Emons to hold this down. We're going to see Peruvian pushing in. Frenzy able to start things off looking good, but Jerk, he falls down. MDS again, he's just putting this op in such a good position, where Frenzy somehow is getting away through the smoke and gets the bomb down and the double kill before he falls. It's a 2-on-3 situation. Smoke's going to be coming through into the market, isolating TGS. And now MXJ, it's all down to him, and he does get the tag, but he's not enough damage as Siphon is able to escape with the bomb.
I almost mentioned heading into this map the fact that MDS, it seemed like such a strong opper, and TGS, they don't seem to have the same op prowess, and we're seeing it happen here quite often, and in this round as well, even when things seem to be going well for a moment there. You saw it was Frenzy there with the FAMAS at backside. One of the 2B players, he got a double, and it was a situation where he certainly could have gone down, would not have been blamed for going down, only finding one or finding even none. Instead, he found two, but by the time he had gone down, his teammates had fallen all around him, and it was down into the 2v3 at that point.
I'm definitely reading the chat here. And, you know, honestly, as a coach, it's so stressful, and I can only imagine how Danny is feeling right now, because I've definitely played against him or played with him when the times are not going well. So it can be really, really stressful, especially when you're trying to control the team on what they should and should not do. But hopefully he has got something up his sleeves as TGS. They still are 4 rounds away, but it's not over yet. But like Vu and I have been saying, it's looking quite dire for them so far, as they haven't been able to have any kind of response.
Yeah, you always try and build a storyline, right? You want to build the storyline of how TGS have a way back into this map. However, you call it an uphill battle. This is like an up Mount Everest battle, because they've had trouble getting anything done, and now fighting against Peruvian wide swing, who have ridiculous amounts of money in the bank, and TGS have been having trouble getting multiple kills in rounds. It's not been looking good, and you need to get to the point now where I think they need to get Peruvian swing to start respecting them again. They need to start actually winning some aim duels and, step up the ladder, one step at a time, and eventually get back into it. But at what point is that too late, as they're already down 6-2, looking like 7-2 is around the corner? However, they do have 2 players on the B bomb site, and Deegs have shown some great things from TGS this series, and Jerk starts it off, but he'll need to finish it, and it's Siphon that finishes him. TGS, they fall once more, and the lead to 5.
Unbelievable. And I just saw in the chat, I don't know, Vu, are we able to update the second map on our...
Yeah, I can do that. I've been trying to do that between rounds so we don't miss anything, because it's gonna freeze. So hopefully when they're on an eco, I'll try and do that.
That's fine, no worries. But it is looking like a whole different team now. Like, we see MXJ, he's on the bottom of the board, and everybody else not looking so good. But Jerk, finally able to connect. He gets another one. He's putting this op into good use so far. Nade's coming in from Peruvian wide swing. Eamon's able to pick up another. So now all of a sudden, the round is completely shifted in Yoko. He is the man to respond on a 1v5, but he does have 4 more members to get taken down here. Lots of time left for him to work with.
To say that that was exactly what TGS needed is an understatement. What they continue to need is to close this one out without even losing a player. You know, just mentality-wise, even if Yoko doesn't win the round, even if he finds, you know, a couple of kills here, your mentality is probably already a little bit questionable at the moment, the way this game has been going. You want to close this one out, take Yoko down, and find the round win where you found only one death. Things went your way the whole time, and you never really sweated. Because what we saw there from Peruvian, it's one of those things you see somewhat often on Mirage. They get the advantage, they start doing well, and constantly changing up the strats, constantly keeping the aggression running, and really lacking respect for TGS, and maybe Jerk on that hold on ticket booth maybe gives them some respect this time around. But still, Yoko, 1v4, it's possible, but improbable is the way to put it, and impossible now is the way to put it, I suppose, as TGS will pick up their first round since round 3.
Won't be seeing much of an economy dire from PWS, as they are actually going to be able to have the ops and the Kriegs in their hands. But I'm wondering if they're going to try to go for the B push once again, because they've had a lot of success putting the presence towards B rather than A.
I mean, they've had success everywhere.
That's also true.
It's like, why don't they go everywhere? They've had a lot of success there.
That is true. I don't even know what I was thinking, but I'm like, you know, every time I feel like we see the duels are in B, but yeah.
Yeah, you're right. They've gone B, I think 2 or 3 times on gun rounds and just dominated. But it's been like a yo-yo. I mean, they've just been A one round, B next round, A next round. And they weren't really challenged anywhere. And that's why I was saying, you know, find a round where they start to respect you, either by at least getting a few kills and making the bomb site hard to take, or by actually winning the round. But unfortunately, this round has not started out the way they would have hoped. Already gone down by a member. And Emmons, Yoko has the bead. Yoko, this is some awareness right here. Emmons, oh no. This is the exact opposite of what TGS needed.
Peruvian Wideswing, they just look like they have such good composure, and they look really, really coordinated. Whereas TGS, they're looking lost. It's going to be down to Frenzy and also Jerk now. 2 members left, but they're going to have to save these guns. There's no other option for them. Going to be putting the AWP and the AUG in a save situation. Both going to work together. And this is just... I'm not sure. There doesn't seem to be much answer here from TGS.
Yeah, I mean, this is like Mike Tyson versus a flyweight. You know, it's just, you know, it's getting pretty one-sided. I think that one was pretty back and forth. I mean, the first 2 maps were very back and forth, and this is, I mentioned before, you know, sometimes you have a team that just glides through playoffs and you end up on map number 3. Either you're not practiced on it, and we saw that from TGS. They haven't played any Mirage so far in the playoffs, and you know, maybe they're a little bit, the mental isn't perfect because they're so used to 2-0ing. I've certainly seen this type of situation in the past where that team that just glides through, as soon as they're tested, they crumble, and that feels like what's happening here. That being said, I mean, it's not like they're missing shots. Peruvian wide swing, they're just Peruvian wide swinging on them.
Do you see the double stack coming through the B hall? Jerk going to be pushing his way, connects that shot. He wins the op duel against MDF. Bomb is still down. Going to be on the back of T ramp. PWS is going to be playing a bit more passive now. Not trying to be too aggro. TGS do have the man advantage, but I guess the question is for how long?
Well, they started this one out by taking down MDS, who has been a thorn in the side of TGS all game long, all series long, but especially on this map. He has been absolutely flawless. So starting it out like that is certainly the situation you want. However, if you're a TGS fan, things cannot feel comfortable right now. You must feel uneasy. It's like Liquid versus Astralis. Once you get to 12-12, you just know it's over. And into this one, MXJ with the M4 fighting Kriegs actually will get the support to win the duel, and that is a major one to find as the 5v3 make it a 5v2. Emmons shows up massively, and this round will again go the way of TGS. That's 2 of the last 3.
It's looking good so far, TGS. 19 seconds to get that 4th round. They are all 3 just hovering the bomb. Yoko just going to be saving this op, which I believe it, well, obviously is the best decision to do in this situation with only 7 seconds left. But look at the HP of TGS. It was 4 HP for Leak and 15 for MXJ. They win the round, but we're quite injured.
I mean, listen, anyone that's a fan of Liquid knows exactly what I was talking about when it's like 13-13 and you're like, yep, this is where we lose again, right? Like, yep, this is where Astralis wins again. And that's what it felt like kind of into that round as the 3 Kriegs made their way out a ramp against MXJ solo with an M4. That's like, yep, this is how we lose this round.
So this is how it goes down. But yet again, TGS doing the 2-2-1 setup now. So it is going to be Leak playing the 1-man setup at the A-bomb site. He does have the Krieg in hand, so he will be on the triple, but does fall off. Sees the smokes coming through, so now he's going to be throwing a pop flash to hopefully slow things down just a little bit from the aggression. Peruvian wide swing, they're going to have the A site. Still going to get tested a little bit as MXJ is going to be through the connector, throwing the nades now. Bomb about to get planted. No kills exchanged yet. Leak does do a lot of damage. A lot of nade work coming in as well. But now Maz is able to take out Leak. The trade frag does come through. It's a 4-4 situation.
If there ever was a bomb set you could retake when you have so much utility, it is A on Mirage, but they do have to get a move on quickly as the time is running down. And Frenzy, the trades, not enough. You need to find doubles. And again, trades down into the 2v2. Time it ticks ever lower, but the bomb not planted. Jerk's just going to stick it. However, as MXJ goes down, that's the round. And TGS, they've picked up a couple, but a couple is not enough, as 9-4 is not a scoreline you ever want to see on CT's side of Mirage.
I mean, when we look at the economy for TGS, like they are in the situation where they, can put their money on the guns, and now they do have the guns on the board, but it's all going to come down to this. Like if they win this, they have a good chance to make this 9-6, which is still somewhat respectable. But if they lose this could be an opportunity now where Peruvian wide swing could have the lead to go 11-4.
I think that one went right through Comic. I'm not going to lie. And that would just be about the way this game has gone. If Jerk made an aggressive play there, trying to get something done, that's the type of play I feel like you make when you're pretty tilted. And Jerk, I've talked to him before. He seems to be one of the ones to get a bit tilted. And that may not signal much success heading into the future of this map. But we can always hope. As 9-4, I mean, 9-6 is not the worst half of all time. It's not what you want, but it's not bad. And as Emmons finds the kill onto Yoko, that gives them a chance, but it will all be on a Frenzy here on the hold. Og in hand, and he's landed one. He'll reposition as well. This is exactly what he needed, but he can't end it in his favor. And the 3v3 retake on the B bomb site, it's going to be a tough one.
Tough one indeed for TGS, and we just saw Frenzy was not able to connect that much needed second kill to slow down the aggression, but Emmons is able to push through, but he gets taken out. Leak now is fully aware someone's close, and all of a sudden MXJ, he is able to pick up one, so it's going to be the one-on-one situation, MDS versus MXJ, but now MXJ tries to go for more, and he lands it! The man that's been behind, he is able to make the 1v2 work out. Doesn't have the kit, but he has plenty of time to get this defused. And TGS, they pick up the much needed round. Then we're going into the last round of map number 3 of the first half. Oh, that's a mouthful.
I mean, MXJ, he's had a rough series. He's had a rough series as a whole. It hasn't really been going his way, and maybe that is paying for sins of rounds past as they finally pick up a clutch. The things that Peruvian Wide Swing has been doing to TGS all series long, picking up the clutch victories. This time MXJ wins it. And if they can win this round, if they can come back and win the game, you got to put a huge amount onto that one. But still, it's a big if. It's a very big if, and this round would be a major factor into the confidence heading into second half. And this will be again onto MXJ as they attack this A bomb site. Actually, I thought it was MXJ's leak on A now. MXJ is over to B, but it'll be onto the A hold once more.
It usually is the one-man setup at the A-bomb site, but luckily now it is going to be Jerk and Emans close by. Nade's coming through the counter nades to slow things down. Emans, he's playing on the smoke, and look at this mow down. It's coming up so big, TGS. They're alive, and now it's all down to MDS. The last man standing. He's got the AWP, doesn't have the bomb, and TGS, they just need to play this properly to win this round. The MDS is able to capitalize on one, but gets taken out 6-9, still in favor for our Peruvian Wide Swing.
You know, sometimes I feel like when you look at games like this where things have been going all against one of the teams, you even look at the way the rounds are won to think about the confidence that players and the team might have heading into the second half, and you can't find a better way to close out the half than that. You find MXJ, the man who struggled oh so much in this game, especially in this map, finding a clutch for himself, maybe getting some monkey off his back there, you know, just brush it off and find the clutch. And then you have Emmons show up as well, give himself some confidence, and you're in a great spot heading into second half. Still, a lot will ride on the pistol, but TGS, perhaps some of the rage that they may have felt could be alleviated at least slightly.
I thought we were just about to see a full rush into the B site. TGS, they're going to be pushing their way through B halls. It's going to be Maz and Yoko. They're going to be the two members of PWS to hold this down. And it looks like Maz is actually trying to go for a bit of a spam through the smoke. TGS waiting patiently, not making any noise now. Now the nades are going to be coming through. Frenzy is going to be able to push it off now. Yoko putting the dualies to work. And now he gets shut down. Leak, he is able to respond, but it is going to be Leak to pick up another. So it's a 3-on-3 situation. Bomb's going to get planted in the safe spot. See the full retake coming here from PWS.
This is going to be on to the gunfights. It's going to be on to the aim. And TGS, they've won it in the past, and they'll win it this time as well. Leak and MXJ combine. Jerk finishes it off. And TGS, again, both pistols go the same way on a map in this series. 2-0, 2-0, and now 2-0 for TGS. And the team that has won both pistols has won both maps. However, into this one, Peruvian Wide Swing, they had such a dominant T side. This is still not a very easy situation for TGS, but if, as Chad is saying, this is a map where they have a stronger T side, then certainly they should feel comfortable right about now.
Look at this Leak. He's already picking up the trash as he is able to get the 2 kills. Wide Swing is not anything for him to handle as he's able to take out 2, and now it's going to be only 3 members left. It's going to be 2 of them playing in towards B. TGS putting a little bit of presence there as well through the B hall. The bomb is going to make its way through middle. Jerk going to be clearing off the jungle, so they're fully aware now that it is going to be stacked at B. Eamon's able to pick up 1. This should be a bit of an easy cleanup now for TGS. Easily get that bomb plant. They could try to go for the hunt if they wish.
See, this is almost kind of the play that you worry about, as TGS knew that this was a full B stack, and they still had Emmons. Maybe Emmons is respectable. He's got the UMP. You let him go for maybe a bit of a farm if he wants. Through a smoke is a little bit of a question mark, but still, maybe. But MXJ stuck around a little bit longer than was his welcome there with a Krieg in hand. And that's a play I feel like you could read a little bit much into. You could read a little bit into that type of play where a player's been having a rough series and they try to go for the anti-eco frags to make themselves feel better, and then worst case scenario they die and they're like, nah, I feel a whole lot worse now.
Do you see the pause, which I imagine is going to be from the wide swing boys? Try to slow down that momentum that they're seeing now from TGS. You see a bit of an interesting buy. Frenzy's still going to have the Mac 10 in hand. Do you have the Kriegs? Full rifles on the board now. Peruvian wide swing. They do have the 4M4s with an Afamis. A little bit of utility to work with, but not much.
I think this is another one very similar to what we saw from TGS on their own CT side when they went for a buy with not the greatest utility, not the greatest weaponry, and I felt Peruvian might have a chance to run away with the half off of that one. It was 3-2 at the time, now 9-8 for Peruvian, and this would be such a big round for TGS, and they open it up well, but there's a third man here. It's MDS, and he's already found 2. He's looking for more. The rotates are here as well, and Peruvian wide swing, they're opening this round up well into their favor, but MXJ, he's got the answer as well, brings it back into the 2v2. And in B bomb site, they have yet to secure the bomb plant, but this is as winnable of a round as any.
MXJ going to be playing with the scope in, looking through the market window, doesn't spot anything, but now realizes he doesn't see anybody on cast, so now he must be aware that they are close market. His teammate, Jerk, going to be playing on the platform in the B hallway. Doesn't have any utility to support him, so they are in a bit of a bind as the bomb is down. Smoke is fully dissipated now.
There's no way Comic's gun isn't visible here, right? Like, you look at his angle. There's no way if MXJ comes around the corner, he doesn't just see him and kill him. And Siphon is not... If Comic is visible, this is the worst setup I've ever seen in my entire life. If he's visible. This may be like some god angle. And the timing actually worked. It is a god angle. They can't see him. I didn't even know. I've never seen that before. And now he's actually in a great spot. They have no idea he's this far out. He's going to drop off. He'll make the sound, but he's got time to work with. But that won't matter. Jerk finds the kill. They find the round all tied up. And Peruvian onto the eco. That is beautiful.
Oh my goodness. TGS, they pull it through. They tie things up. Test the waters. Peruvian wide swing wasn't able to reply with their guns, so now they're going to have to go for the save. See a couple Deagles on the board with the CZs. No utility to work with. Only 1 HE in the hands of MDS. You will see TGS putting a lot of presence towards middle now. This Peruvian wide swing try to go for the full 5-man stack into the A bomb site. Bomb going to be all the way in the back for MXJ to pick up into the B halls.
He definitely made noise there, just responding to chat. He definitely made noise. I could hear it when he dropped off. In the previous round when he dropped off the garbage can, I mean, he 100%, yeah.
Yeah, because I think he even like looked down to see if he would make noise, and I couldn't quite hear because I may sound so low, but the leak is cleaning up a little bit here. Jerk going to be helping out. Bit of a shooting range here for TGS. Jerk picking up another. Siphon able to respond back with a Deagle kill, but it's all down to him now. Try his best to get more, and look at that shot. Oh my god, give me a pixel. He definitely deserved that Krieg as he has a 3K right now. TGS, though, they do have full possession of the bomb site, and it should be their round.
You know, I say the MP9's overpowered, but like pistols in general are just overpowered. Like, if you think about it, if someone added the P250 into the game tomorrow, everyone would be like, what is this? This gun is totally broken, right? Like, and the Deag as well. I mean, that gun is ridiculous, but it's like almost compared to the P250, which is like a baseline of brokenness. And it's just like, yeah, that's how the game's balanced. And I mean, respect to the aim on that one. That was a nice shot, but God, that gun is busted.
Yeah, I definitely feel a lot of the pistols in CSGO are still a little bit inconsistent, but it is getting better and better as we keep moving along. We will see actually now a double op setup. So Yoko and MDS will be the members of PWS to pull through in the double ops. We haven't seen that yet in this series. No ops in the hands of TGS. They're just going to have the full rifles.
TGS, a rifle-heavy team. And against double ops, sometimes that's the way to go. If you go for an execute on the A bomb site, the ops may have a tough time retaking and rifling A while you have a double ops setup. That's not usually the play. Unfortunately, this time that play doesn't work out. But the Krieg in location, in position, does trade things back into the 4v4, and the lurk from MXJ could be the dagger to the side of Peruvian wide swing.
Is he going to be making his way through the apartments? MXJ playing on the catwalk. This is a really good position for him.
I love this play from TGS. They're just fully silent.
This is so amazing.
Okay, okay, Leak.
Oh, no.
Okay, buddy. That was not the play.
And MXJ, look at this. He gets the flank kill, and then Jerk able to reply back as well. And now TGS playing a bit of mind games. Siphon is able to get that bomb down, spraying it, and he just gets taken out. MDS in the clutch situation on a 1v3. Jerk down to 7. Bomb about to get planted. TGS
MDS
have their strong lead.
Yeah, he does miss a shot for seemingly like the first time all game. He misses a shot there, and man, I just want to like props to that play from TGS. That was a beauty, and that was a Danny Mahone, whatever his last name is. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce that, but maybe he called it. That's not the type of play that a not IGL. I feel like that's not the type of play a not IGL makes. You see, like inexperienced IGLs never recognize the opportunity of just going silent, because Peruvian, they start thinking there, could they be going back B? What could be happening here? And as soon as they peek a corner to check the angle, there's a Krieg staring at you, headshot. You saw that on the jungle player there, went down, and that's an opening for TGS, and the flank was in position as well.
Yeah, we know it's Mahone. What we just were talking about the last name. I'm just reading the chat. It's pretty funny. So, yeah, we've only played with him or against him and casted with him for like, I don't even want to say how many years, but yeah, we don't know his first name yet, so we're not quite sure his in-game name yet.
It's like say, but you extend the S a little bit. Listen, okay. The fact that Nguyen is pronounced win, that one's real hard. That was real hard for me, man.
Shout out to World of Maticus, the TGS VP, the big shot himself, hanging out in the channel. Definitely appreciate you being here. Bit of a plug-in moment for us is if you guys feel like you enjoy the show, please feel free to throw a follow onto the Twitch channel, and you can always follow us on Twitter. I'm going to try Vooz, which I believe is Voo, CSGO, all one word. Mine is Laz with a _Z_TV.
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Pornhub, Patreon, Pinterest, MySpace, Facebook, Snapchat, WhatsApp, Tinder, Grindr, all those.
All the platforms.
Yes, every single platform you can follow me on. In any case, TGS now up 11-9, and Peruvian wide swing low on the econ, not going for the force, just the half buy here. And now it's them. All game long we were talking about how they were running away with it, how TGS needed to respond. Now, how do Peruvian wide swing respond? God, I've been hiccuping all game. How do Peruvian wide swing respond in, backs against the wall in a game where they felt all the confidence in the world? Now that confidence broken, and now it's TGS that are running away with this one.
Yeah, definitely. We're definitely seeing such a shift in the momentum here from TGS. Just when I thought they weren't going to be able to reply, Yoko gets taken down that B site. It's up for grabs. Maz, he is able to pick up 1 kill. That is just going to be the lurk of Emins. I'm going to get planted, so it is going to be the 3-on-4 situation for the retake for PWS to try to go for this, but I believe in this situation they might just want to try to go for exit kills and save that M4.
Try to get a Krieg. This is like mission impossible. Saving Private Kriegen. You know, you saving Private Cregan. You try and get one if you can, and in fact, they've put themselves in the right spot. I mean, TGS, they are exiting apartments. There's 2 players here, and the Deegs, which have been so ridiculous so far this game. Oh my god, Maz! Stop it!
Nuts. We actually do 4 members of TGS fall. Comic able to pick up that AWP, so that's actually a very good save round from PWS. They are able to get the guns on the board. Once again, the economy built up for them to go for this. TGS do have the round lead, though, 12-9. For anybody just tuning in right now, this is the 3rd map. As it has been very close. Do you see TGS putting a bit more presence towards the B hall once again, testing that B bombs.
TGS doing back to Peruvian what was done to them in the past, and it's Maz that needs to go massive, and he does exactly that. There's the double, swings for more, can't find a third, but he's created enough time and space that the rotates are here, and they'll finish it off for him. He started it, they'll end it, but MXJ and Jerk, they give themselves a chance. That chance, not long-lived. Brilliant hold from Maz. He was in an awkward spot there, landed a couple of nice shots, and if the initial player goes down there, everything falls apart. Instead, he went big, and instead, Peruvian wide swing double digits.
Only 2 rounds behind. Seeing Jerk being on the top of the board, Leak right behind him. We'll be seeing the smokes coming through from TGS at the B bomb site, but it might be a bit of a fake now. Peruvian wide swing having the 3-man stack at A. TGS just waiting patiently on the A ramp. Eamon's getting ready for the smokes and his teammates as well. But it does actually look like that MXJ is trying to make a bit of commotion into the B halls. Comic going to deny the A presence from Frenzy as he is going to fall. TGS making their way into the A site.
TGS, they caught Peruvian in a bit of an awkward spot. Siphon rather, trying to go aggressive. Actually, it was Comic trying to go aggressive, and he fell off. Was in an awkward spot, but still landed the kills, and he's a player 7 in 15 at the end of this round. And he already found 2 kills in that round as well. So he's been having about as tough of a game as you can imagine, but he shows up when things are on the line. Right at the end of map number 3, he's picking up some frags, and that's exactly what they need. As TGS now put it back onto the eco, and we could see a map 3 overtime here. It's not out of the question.
I think of the way this is going, I think it's very possible. Both teams definitely want to keep their 4-0 streak alive, but TGS, they're trying the waterfall strat through the palace. Leak able to connect that deagle kill. Bomb about to get planted. And Eamon somehow running Glocks, and then he's able to get some help from MXJ and picks up another kill, and it's just down to a 1-on-2 situation. It's Eamon's all by himself. That's a huge round from TGS as they were able to get the bomb down and 3 kills. I love reading the chat. So good. Not a palace pop. No, 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 no. The best thing ever. 12-12. Just when TGS had the lead, it was 12-9. Definitely showing a little bit of weakness so far in the T side. Full guns on the board for both teams now. Bit of a different strat as we are going to see from TGS. Frenzy is able to push all the way up into the B halls, it looks like, but gets taken out by MDF. Eamons and co are going to be towards a ramp getting ready for the smoke execution, sorry. TGS still playing it patiently right now.
Yeah, that last round, I mean, you want to say you want to win every round, but really 3 kills in a bomb plant, that's as close to winning as you're realistically supposed to get in those rounds. And into this one, unfortunately for TGS, MDS has continued his reign of terror. There was a couple rounds off there where he didn't have an op. He missed a couple of shots as well, but now he's activated again, and TGS, as they go for the A execute, the lurk is what they're playing for, but still the bomb site needs to be taken, and that's exactly what they'll do. There's the triple from TGS to bring it into the 3v2. That is beautiful, and it's Comic who has had such a rough map, had such a rough game. He can't make it any better. TGS from 3v5 to 3v0. And TGS now take the lead back again.
That play from Jerk was unreal. He was just lurking through mid, throws a Molotov, completely isolates. I believe that was MDS that had the op, and he was just posted up in jungle, and then he got Molotoved away. But TGS, they have the 1-round lead. They have the 3 members playing towards A ramp once again, having both Frenzy and Jerk going through the lower tunnels. Might be trying to go for a bit of a pinch.
It's all on this round. It's all on this round for Peruvian. They lose this one. This game feels like it must be over. And the execute coming out. There's 3 players here to defend for Peruvian. But again, the lurk is in position for TGS as well.
Playing it a bit slow. Jerk actually going to be creeping his way through. The connector gets taken out by Yoko. MXJ going to be on the A ramp. There's going to be Comic in the site. Playing in the ninja spot. I believe MXJ spots it. He actually gets this kill. 2-on-2 situation now. Bomb about to get planted. We're going to have Yoko and also Maz going to be on the flanks. Yoko going to be coming through the connector, but it is going to be Maz in the CT spawn.
2v2. TGS has been dominated in the clutch so far this map, or this series, and this round. That double molly was so picture perfect. Leaves it all on MXJ, and he can't do it again. As Peruvian wide swing, the round that they absolutely needed. They had no choice in the matter. They close it out from 2v2, and they pick up a perfect retake on the A bomb site that could not have been any better. And MXJ, he tried, but he did it once this map, and that's all we'll find for now. 13 all.
You know, I'm a little, Vu, you can definitely give me a bit of the feedback. Is that position from MXJ? Like, I think he knew that smoke was coming in, but he played this weird off angle. I don't even know if it's an off angle. He just played a bit of a different angle coming out of the palace.
Did he get stuck
really
on the smoke?
Maybe he did, yeah, because I don't know, because it looked like he just stood still and didn't really know what to do.
I just assumed he got stuck on the smoke there because it definitely hit him. But I don't know. Maybe he stopped after it or something weird happened. But yeah, if he had got the swing, I felt like he had the perfect timing, right? Like if he could swing on the bomb diffuser, get that kill and turn. But things don't always work out perfectly. And TGS, they go for the buy here. This is betting a lot on this round on a pretty light buy.
Yeah, not a lot of money to work with if they fall. Eamon's going to be the one to push through the connector, getting a bit of information. Now he has bit of map real estate. He is just going to hide through the connector. Rest of TGS is going to be making their way towards A, not even putting any action at B. As we've seen before, they always throw a bit of smokes and a bit of distractions there. Nade execution going to be coming through. It's going to be Siphon. He gets actually taken out by MXJ now. MDS playing close up with the op in a bit of a tight position for him, but Comic able to get him out, picking up a double kill. TGS, they're falling down. MXJ all of a sudden on the 1v3 situation. Peruvian wide swing, they get that lead back 14-13.
MDS close in Palace. They had the guy close ramp as well. MDS, the first shot gets baited out, but I believe what we saw there was the connector player from TGS came up connector to try and backstab MDS. Instead, he was backstabbed in kind. He was taken down by the jungle player, and that was the lurk that potentially should have won them the round. Instead, it went down, and they had a lot of trouble actually securing the A bomb site from there, which means they're going to have a lot of trouble picking this one up outside of overtime. It's down on 2,500 is the majority of TGS. 14-13 down. Map point seems inevitable.
This is the crucial moments, especially when you're in the pause and you're the coach of TGS and you're even the IGL and you're just trying to figure out the next plan. As I drop my mouse, the money situation for these guys is so low. Like there's not really a whole lot that they can work with. They got the P250s, a little bit of a couple smokes, but it's gonna be the Make-A-Wish because they're going against 4 rifles and the AWP in the hands of PWS.
And PWS, they know exactly what's coming. They triple up on B. They see it coming. MDS, he's in position. The rifles are in position, and this is like a horror movie, but Heroes, they do fight back. Emmons with the double gives them a chance to get a bomb plant. Jerk. This would be absolutely ridiculous. He knows they're both in there. He knows they're both in there. That information could make the difference, but still, the shots need to be insane.
Can't believe he went for the wide. He just went for the wide swing when he was reloading. That's going to be match. It's going to be match point here as it's 15-13 TGS. They're going to have to pull through and put everything they can now to tie this up to go to that overtime that we were talking about. And I don't even know what I would suggest if I was in Danny's shoes right now.
They're fighting against two Kriegs. This is such an awkward one to play out from, and they hit the A site. They do it again, but three members for Peruvian are here to hold on. The trade to open things up gives them a chance, but the rotate will be here quickly, and MDS is already in position. This is such a tough spot, and already they've begun to close it out, and the answers from TGS are few and far between, but Jerk, it has to be him. 1v3 now for the match, for the series, and the clutches have not been forgiving to TGS so far.
There's a lot of time to work with, but as soon as he gets his first kill, they're definitely going to know where he is, so he's going to have to make an action quick. He is just going to be posted up on the A ramp. Bomb in front of him, in front of the sandwich position. Creeping his way. Does have one member Maz in the site. Siphon going to be underneath the balcony. It's a tight position, but it's a little too late. TGS, they fall, losing the series 2-1. They'll be going into the lower bracket now. They will have another shot at redemption, and they will be 4-1 in these playoffs.
TGS, the team that seemingly most people thought was the gimme favorites for an intermediate, or at least, you know, chat might be a bit biased, but chat seems to have suggested that TGS was the favorites, as they hadn't even dropped a map heading into this one. But into this one, they drop two maps. They go down 16-8, 16-13 on Mirage and Overpass, and they'll have to pick themselves back up, figure something out, and head into that lower bracket with confidence, because they lose another one and they're done.
I guess I wonder how fast do we get to know when they play the next team? I guess it's should be pretty quick, I would think.
I think they have to play on Thursday, right? That's the next default day, right?
Oh, no way. I think it's already updated. Yeah, I think you're right. So they do get to play on Thursday, and they're playing a team called Team Supremacy, which they actually put into the lower bracket.
That's always a scary one. That's always a scary one. You beat the team, they get a bit of a read on your play style, maybe they figure out how they think they should deal with you, and you might get a little bit overconfident, you know, playing against a team you already beat.
You know, they played this Supremacy team quite some time ago, and they took the first map on Inferno 16-7, took Dust to 16-1. That's where the games were Emins, and everybody completely went off. So if I was Team Supremacy, I definitely would be nervous, as they're going to be fighting TGS once again. But maybe they did tune in to see some of the weaknesses in their game from the series today. Nonetheless, still a really good BO3. Definitely very, very close all around.
Yeah, I mean, that was a great one. TGS happens to have fallen in that one, and a lot of fans in the chat, heartbreaking, says one of them. Unfortunate for any TGS fans, but that is the beauty of CS. Anyone can lose on any given day, and it's any given Tuesday here for ESEA default day. Tuesday, Thursday, I suppose. Regardless, that's the series. That's the night for us here on Your Welcome Twitch channel. I should believe our Twitters are VuCSGO and LazTV. You can catch us on either of those. You got anything else to shout out here?
No, definitely appreciate everybody tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And thanks so much, Vu, for tuning in. It was really fun. And hopefully we can cast this Thursday match, and we'll wait to hear from the TGS.
Yeah, and you guys can catch me at the MDL Global Challenge next weekend if you want to catch some sexy booze. Yes, go.
Crispy games.